Okay, we're here doing a tour of Susquehanna County and to see and learn about gas drilling which came into the county in 2008 in the southern part of the county. Right now we're in the northern part and I'm doing the tour, and my name is Vera Scroggins and I live in Silver Lake Township, which is where we are right now, parked in my driveway. So this is our lake. We're a lake community, and this is Laurel Lake, and we have a drilled site just recently this summer. It finished in August, and it's right behind here. Like, if you see the woods, we have to go, let's see, to the back. My house is in the back, but it's hard to see, let's see. But in this direction, you go about 3,000 feet into the woods. It's just north of the lake, about 2,500 feet north of the lake, and they just drilled 3 wells. This is WPX Energy, which is the main company in this section of the county. We have about 5 gas companies throughout the county, and WPX is up here. So this was just finished, and it's all the wells, water wells. We're on water wells here, and they were tested with 3,000 feet around the site, and we were included also within that testing. The WPX, the energy companies, test people usually within 3,000 feet, and it's a test that is comprehensive enough, and it goes to certified labs by the DEP. So I would say that I trust the test. And so we have all pre-tests right now, and then all our neighbors beyond the 3,000 feet tested privately and paid for it. So they paid anywhere from $300 to $1,000 for their homes to be able to have a pre-test, a pre-drilling baseline. And we had the drilling for about a month and a half, and right now it's quiet, it's stopped. They had the trucks go behind us mostly. We have some trucks on this road, but a lot of the water tankers went on the dirt road that is behind us. And it's on a dirt road behind us, just above the lake. The road is called Mahoney Road. So right now the fracking hasn't started. They don't know when they will frack. And that's on hold right now. So we're going to head out and go now and see some other sites that are nearby and talk about them. We have like farmland all around us, and this is just up the road from me, and today is October 9th 2012, and it's about 8:40. Oh, I can hear the cows mooing. 8:40 in the morning. So this is my neighbor up the road, and he's got maybe 300 or 400 acres. Wow, they're talking a lot this morning. How sweet. And this is his home, and we're only about a half a mile up. At this point, we're going to go up this road, Laurel Lake Road, and you can see how the country is. It's if it's similar to yours, it's hilly, and we're going to check out a gas site. Now this is also Laurel Lake Road, a little further up from the farm. And this is a road that's mainly used, one of our main roads in the county. This goes east and west. It's a state road, maintained by the state. And we have a damaged section here that's been damaged for almost a year. I've been calling about it a number of times. But this I understand and I feel is damaged by all the trucks we had when it was very active months ago and last year even. A lot of trucks coming by, oversized vehicles, and the road for the first time actually caved in. So that's and at some point they put up these concrete blocks, and these things, whatever they're for, I guess so somebody doesn't hit maybe the concrete. But somebody actually did hit it last week, and you can see some of the damage here. But this is only part of the damage. They were actually crushed, 2 or 3 of these, and they were opened up and on the ground. Whatever this, see these little rocks are, this little gravel was on the ground. They were busted open, and then they replaced them. But now they put the concrete blocks, and this is a caved-in road. Let's see if we can see over the concrete possibly and get an idea. This section's okay, but it's under the blocks. I'll show you a section here, but I've called them now for the past 6 months. When will you fix this? And why don't you have enough money to fix it with all the industry that's here for 4 years? And is it bonded, the road? And I couldn't even get an answer from our state rep for the state roads in Montrose. So you can see it's caving right in here. And we had to keep going to the one side. All the trucks, all of us have to go to the one side. So they finally put up all these, some stop signs, some lights. But you can see how this section, and they still haven't fixed it. And the funding, I guess, is not there. So I find that disconcerting, and I live on this road. So it's, I'm just surprised at the time factor here. And you can see it goes up there. So that's some of the things. Our roads are not anything to brag about. A lot of work needs to be done. A lot of work needs to be kept up. And this being the main road, it's a special concern. Got some trucks coming through this intersection. Hi guys. Let's see where they're going. Then we're going to make a right up here on Valley View Road. I'm in Silver Lake Township, but this now is Liberty Township, right next to us, next door. And we're going to go to this gas site up the road. Now, all the roads usually, especially if they're dirt roads, have been widened. If the gas company is using a road to build their sites, whether it's pipeline, gas sites, or compressor stations, they will widen the road. Like this one's been widened since they've been on it. We have 2 gas sites on this road. And then they add layers, they firm up the road a little more. So they do lay some layers on there so that their trucks can go on it with less difficulty. So this road has been changed. And right now we don't have any trucks. We have 2 sites that have, one site that's been completed, and the other site is right now they're flaring it. We'll be able to see that from a hill on another road. We'll see if we can catch that later. Along the roads we see different signs, and one of the things that's happened in our county is there's been a lot of tensions that have arisen since 2008 with the influx of the industry. So we have a divided community. We have a divided county. Those who are pro-gas and those who are unhappy about it, have lots of concerns, and some in the middle, and some might be also are against gas and want it to go out because they feel the impacts are so heavy and are changing our agricultural rural county to such an extreme. So when we see signs like this says here, our water quality is fine, no trespassing, and says per landowner on the bottom. Now there's a number of these in this area, and this is from people who are pro-gas, who want to say that they're for the gas industry and that they feel that their water is okay and that they feel water is not a problem. Because those who are upset about the gas industry are finding impacts to the water and the air and are concerned about all these changes to the water. So we have groups that have formed, and this township, next to this township is Franklin Township. There's a group that formed called Franklin Township Proud, which is a group of landowners who are pro-gas. We have another group in Dimmock called Dimmock Proud. They have their own signs that are a little different. We'll see those later. And they're proud of what's happening and feel that there's nothing to be concerned about. So when you see this is what it means. And this is on the way to 2 gas sites, Valley View Road. And the impacts of what's happening here, as far as the amount of activity, is much less since, I guess, a couple of months ago. But the northern part of the county, anyway, where I am right now, is much less activity to begin with. But the southern part of the county is much more heavily developed. That's where it started, in the southwest corner of the county. And we have maybe half of the activity of what we had, let's say, over 2 months ago. When I speak to the gas reps, they're telling me it's because of the price of gas, and they moved west to western PA, which is wetter. And from the wetter gas, which is wetter than ours is a little bit wet, they can get 2 other products, ethane and propane, and there they can make some extra money. So that might indicate to me, anyway, that they're in trouble financially, because they told me that they need at least $4 per 1,000 cubic feet, the price of gas, to break even, $4 to $5. And right now it's about $3 and some change. So they're below even breaking even. And in order to make a profit, they have to go above $5 per 1,000 cubic feet. So Chesapeake already has been in the news, the number 2 gas company, and they have shown all kinds of financial issues and difficulties. They've had to sell off all kinds of assets to pay an $11 billion debt. So they're having difficulties. So all the other companies, which are smaller, like the one company right now here, WPX, I can imagine must also be very careful about what they're doing financially. All right, we've arrived on Valley View Road to our first gas site, and we're on the road. So we're parked on the road, and you can see there's a home right across from this, a farmhouse, and it's this hilly country. You can see the hills. Now this site, they've been working on for a couple of years, actually. They had several owners. They're on their 3rd owner, gas company. But right now it's basically, I would say it's almost complete, but they keep adding things. So they are online, which means they're connected to the pipeline. The pipeline was put in last year, not this past summer, the summer before. And you can hear some of the noise. Now every site has noise, continual noise from the different components on it. This one's going to be extra noisy because what they've done here, it's rather unique. This is something new now. This is an evolving industry. And this is what I've noticed since 2008, for over 4 years. They keep expanding, adding things, changing, evolving. So now what they're trying is, we have separate properties of maybe 20 to 50 acres where they put a compressor station with several compressors. Now they're putting single compressors. You see that shed there, that metal shed, which was just erected maybe a couple of weeks ago. They have a single compressor on this site. Most of the sites don't have this. This is the first one I've seen, and I heard there's another one above, just beyond this hill, on the Depew site. Now we call the sites by the name, I call them by the name of the owner. And I'll mention also the gas company involved. This is WPX, they're the 3rd owner. Originally it was Alta, then Williams, and now WPX. And the name of this site is Carrar, which is the name of the owner, the landowner. The landowner's name is on every site. When you go to the entrance, we'll see the entrance a little bit after this. Their name is on there with all the permits, and how many permits. And from what I can see here, I'm going to try and get closer with the zoom lens, and you can see as we get closer, right in the middle there, where there's those concrete blocks, these are the wellheads. And from what I can see, let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 are here. I'm not sure if I can see a 4th. There might be, but I see 3 clearly. And you see, like, it's sort of like a greenish metal next to the concrete blocks. See that? That's 1 wellhead, 2 wells, 3, and then that oblong greenish tower, that's a dehydrator, and production units next to it. There's like these rectangle boxes. You see those where that backhoe is sort of working behind it? I see at least 2 production units. Now normally there's a production unit per well. I don't see the third at this point, so maybe it's sort of behind the other one. Could be. Now the gas has to be dehydrated, heated. Those production units, I've been right next to them. A farmer took me about a month ago, are right on his site in another town south of here in our county. In Springville, actually. He took me and walked me on the site. So I went right next to it. The doors are open. It was on his site. And some of the sites I see the doors open of these boxes, these units. And lots of noise came out of it. Besides, also I picked up all kinds of odors. Now these sites also emit all kinds of benzenes and toluenes and BTEXs and gases and VOCs, and they are within, they have to be within certain limits that the DEP sets. But I could pick up the odors as you walk around it. So the men are still working here. There's a lot of activity. The other sites, when they're completely finished, there's usually not even any trucks. So they just have people that maintain it, that come periodically during the week and read the meters. There should be meters on there. So this is the housing. This is new. I'm going to ask for the permits on this because I want to see if they have all the permits from our zoning authority. There's actually 2 buildings there. The building behind, see that gray part behind the green building that's in front? That's actually the compressor itself, the gray section. So they have it housed behind this housing. So why they have 2 buildings, I don't know exactly. I spoke to the Planning Commission in Montrose for our county, and he said it was supposed to be a temporary compressor. This one, and then the one on the next site above this hill, but now it looks like they're not going to be temporary, they're becoming more permanent. So they're trying something new, I guess. I have to ask the gas companies why now you're going to a single compressor on a gas site, which we've never seen before. Now we have houses to the other side of this. Can't see from this hilliness, the hilly road, but right up past this site there'll be homes right next to it, and then on the other, across the road besides this farmhouse. Alright, we have the entrance here. We're approaching the entrance, and this is, the sites all have access roads which are newly usually built. I mean, that's the only ones I've seen. And we're approaching the entrance, and this has been created specifically for this gas site. And I wanted to show the entrance what it looks like. And this is right across from the farmhouse. And you can see there's all kinds of signs and a gate. Right now, of course, the gate is open because there's a whole bunch of activity. And let's see if I can zoom into this without having to get out of the car. And right now, WPX is the only company that I know of that has put out security signs for indicating there's a camera, electronic video surveillance. Now, normally I do walk up to the gate, and I bring people to the gate, and you can actually walk up to it. We're going to, I guess, warm up and stay in the car, but you can see all the danger signs: caution, danger, authorized personnel only. And this is the name of the WPX, the name of the company, and contact information for them, and where their office in Pennsylvania is. And let's see, the name of the owner, Karar, and he has several, looks like at least 6 permits, and then the permit numbers. And you can look up these numbers, which I do, on the DEP sites and see if there's any violations. I looked up WPX and printed out all their violations for a year and a half, and it was about 20 pages of violations for our section of the county, which is just the northern part of the county. And they are under investigation right now for 2 gas sites, which is near here. We'll go to one of them. 2 gas sites for defective casings. That's one of the major problems for the gas companies, defective casings. And and usually where there is a defective casing, they will have people calling in saying that their water has changed and they need help. And sometimes in the gas companies, like with this one, they have to provide water. They're now providing water to 3 homes down the road here, about a mile or 2 from here. They're providing water since, let's say, March, and vent stacks to remove the explosive levels of methane, which seems to be a problem. When you have the defective casings, then you can have methane migration that goes into the aquifer and then affects the water for a number of homes. Now here's the pipeline right next to the gas site that we're looking at, the Karrar site. Let's see, you can see there's the site. Let's see, we're in the car still. And this is the pipeline that had to be put in to connect to this site. Uh-oh, somebody's coming in.
Take a picture.
Let's see, he's coming in. A rental. They're bringing more equipment in. I guess they need more equipment that they're renting to work on this site since they put in the new housing for the one compressor. So this is the pipeline. You see the indicator there? So you always know where pipeline is. They'll put these yellow signs saying there's a pipeline there. And this is connecting to the main line. There's a laser pipeline gathering line that's along this area and crosses the road and continues for 21 miles across east and west across the northern part of our county and into then New York. I believe it's Deposit, New York, connecting to the Millennium Line. So they bring the gas out. All of our gas goes out of the county in different directions. This one's going north. And the homes along here, one of the homes right alongside of this pipeline when it was put in, let's see, over a year ago. We're now into 2012. It was 2011 that it was completed. And the owner there will pass his home, but he's got a ranch right across the road here. He complained of his water just changing completely to a brown color and very thick. He couldn't use it at all. It clogged up his appliances. It clogged up his water heater, and the company eventually had to come in and give him bottled water and a filtering system to filter out all the sediment and whatever else was in there. So along with the methane migration, of course, also other things migrate from the earth, the heavy metals, and that's showing up in the water tests of the individuals who are affected. So even pipeline can cause changes in some people's water sources. Now this is the ranch that was affected. The water was changed and they had to put a filtering system in their basement, a large one actually, and get bottled water. The owner, with all the activity that was going on here across the road from him, and it was for a long time because they had issues even. So a lot of times they'll have issues, they'll have problems, so then they have to stop. Then they have to try and figure out what's going on and deal with it. So it takes longer than anticipated, and this one took a long time across the road. They've been working on it for a couple of years, but to finally get those 3 wells in there. And he would take off. He's a retired person, he and his wife, and they took off to the Caribbean for months at a time so they didn't have to deal with the traffic, the noise, the dust. That's one of the factors too. People complain a lot about the dust as all the trucks go by. You can't open your windows any longer if you face the road from the impact of all that. So a little ways down the road from that Karrar gas site, I guess about maybe a mile, not even a mile, maybe half a mile, We just drove up, and this is an organic farm, a little organic farm called Valley View Farm, and they have chickens, eggs, duck eggs, and produce, and they sell at the local markets. We have produce markets in Montrose and across the border in Binghamton, New York, and then south of here in Scranton, and they'll sell their produce. So we have a number of organic farms. So I know, speaking to the farmers, they are concerned about the impacts of the air and water, of what will it do to their farming and to their organic certification. We do have an organic certifier, actually, right in Montrose, and she has a farm there, a 200-acre farm, right outside of town. One of our organic farmers, one of my friends, just recently sold this summer his 30-acre organic farm that he's been here about 25 years, and he had had enough of dealing with the impacts and with the conflicts in his neighborhood. He was in the township, Franklin Township, which is right next to this township, and he decided to sell, and now he's in central Pennsylvania, central south, away from any activity from what he can see over there. And investors bought his property sight unseen. They didn't even look at the house. And there are investment groups that are buying land for the royalties. They hope to make money from the royalties. So they paid him $8,000 to $10,000. I'm not sure which one. He said it was between $8,000 and $10,000 an acre they're paying, and something extra for the buildings. And so he got, what did he tell me, $370,000 for his property. And we have a truck coming here, which looks like an industry-related pickup truck. They're usually white. They use that color. Yeah, it's Consolidated Resources. That's industry-related. Because there's another site up the road, just maybe a half a mile up, that we're going to see only the sign. We can see, because they have some of them have long access roads. Some are near the road, and some are like a mile road hidden in the woods. And then we can only see parts of it from hills, some aspects of it. Now we're at the next site here up on this same road, and we have a little house across the site. And he's not the owner of the property that's being drilled right now. It has been fracked. It has a long access road, about a mile, so I can't see anything from the road except for the signs. And at this point, it's also being flared, and we're going to try and see the flaring from another road as we go on our tour. You can see some of the wood piles of the trees that they cut down on these sites. And this is their access road that was built here. The gate is open, so it means there's activity. A lot of times the gates are closed when there's minimal activity and only inspections for maintenance, so trucks can go in and out of there. But you can see what's here. We can get closer to this sign at least, which is a little easier than the other one. And these are all the warning signs. And you can see the name of the owner. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Knopik.
Knopik. We have Knopik as the owner. And WPX, again, the energy company. Their contact information, and we see here 6 permits. There's the permit numbers. And they're all, and when you see the H after the name, you see Knopik West 1-2H, that means horizontals. These are all horizontals on this site. Some sites may have a vertical, mostly horizontals. And then we have this sign, which all the sites have to have also, is the permit for the water withdrawals or the water deliveries to this site. And this, you'll see the name of the pad, Knopik Well Pad, Liberty Township, Susquehanna County, the SRBC, Susquehanna River Basin Commission permit number. And you'll see that SRBC, ABR number 201, etc. And the dates, effective date, February 2011, expiration, February 2016, and what they've been allowed 4 million gallons per day is the daily.
4,000 million.
I don't think so. I don't know why they write it that way, but see, there's like a period, 4.
Oh, I see. From here it looked like a comma.
It does, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually 4.000. Why they write it like that, I don't understand that. I have to call them up and ask them. This is their contact information, Harrisburg. Also their email. And I should ask them that question. That's a little confusing. But 4 million gallons per day, which is the usual amount, sometimes 3.75 on all the other sites I've been to, the consumptive water use. Now, whether they use that amount, that's not clear. That could be the max that they're allowed to use, and they may not use that much per day. That's the impression I'm getting. And we have a mailbox. Usually, see the black mailbox there on the side? Most of the sites have a mailbox or a white tube. And inside of there, you can actually open the mailbox and you'll see site plans, surveying plans of what the site looks like, and their erosion sedimentation plans. And there might be any other information in there, some kind of inspection log of some kind, maybe something small, but mostly erosion sedimentation plans. And they're kind of interesting to look at if anybody is inclined in that direction. But
I'm going to go look.
You're going to go look? Okay. And you can see the paperwork. You can see all the rocks and how they build up. All the sites are built up, and the entrances and the site itself has to be built up to make a flat area. They're very contoured to accommodate a gas site of 3 to 5 acres. You can see all the paperwork in there. Wow, it's a lot, isn't it? Wow, it's thick. It's really filled. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of mail. I think they need a bigger mailbox. Alright, so we're going to take a look at some of it. What does it say? Williams. Oh yeah, this used to be Williams, and now the company has changed to become WPX. And what does it say on that one?
Preparedness, Prevention, and Contingency Plan.
Oh, okay, so some kind of contingency plan. That's good. It'd be nice to study that sometime when we have more time. What is that? ARM group.
ENS and SWM observation report.
An observation report, okay. Yeah, they have quite a lot of material in there. Now this one doesn't say, this site is a WPX site, but doesn't say they have their camera. Most of the time they have their surveillance camera they've been adding. This one is WPX, request for approval of alternative waste management practices. Okay. And this one, the well pad, Knopic West, and what does it show? Oh, they show, this is, I know the man's name there. There's an environmental advisor for WPX, Scott Aronian. He works, it said Williams, but now he's with WPX. They have different advisors' information on here. Okay. And this one, let's see. Stormwater Management Narrative for Liberty, Franklin Townships, then the project number. And who does this? This is the company that does it. RET2 Associates, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And it was done August 2011. That one got kind of wrinkled. Yeah, it's getting so full and everything's getting wrinkled. Erosion and Sedimentation Control Narrative for Williams Production. And the same company here is RET2 Associates. Okay. So they put that in there and they leave that there. I'm not sure why, so whoever comes and needs to look at it. Oh, and then this large, looks like a map. Oh, yeah, that's the site plans and site map. Oh, wow, okay. It's the erosion control plan, and you can see the map. Huh, interesting, yeah. Location, where it is, the site there, you can see location. what creeks are nearby. We have Snake Creek, Silver Creek, Valley View Road, and yeah, it's the 2 creeks that are nearby. We have now a company car coming up, a company pickup. He's going up the site. Virginia plates. Most of the workers are from out of state, and you'll see plates from, at least maybe even half a dozen states throughout our county. A small proportion of our county, a small proportion of the workers are local, I would say up to 20%, the vast majority from out of the area. And this is again the same thing, it's informational sheet there of who's here, who comes here, different advisors. WPX preparedness, preparation, prevention contingency plan by the same company, RATU, and the date is August 1st, 2012. So that's something new. I haven't seen that. See, this is something new.
This is also what's interesting. Is that shows the Williams one, the equivalent one of the Williams was, let's see the different, how quickly this changed hands, okay?
Yes, WPX is an offshoot of Williams and then became a separate company according to Williams, January of this year, 2012. You can see the address. There's always the address number up here, 2461. That's our addresses for Valley View Road. But they don't give the name of the road, actually, which I think would be good also. I don't know how they're supposed to do 911, to get, in case there's an emergency, for them to find these roads. But there's 2 different companies there.
Just trying to find out. It's so much paper here. We'll just go on. But it looks like to me it was... Okay, so here's another
general permit acknowledgement letter to for the Williams Company, Mr. Freudenreich. But that's in 2011, so that's old, since now it's WPX.
The last thing
another map, huh?
Yeah, let's see what
that's interesting. Maybe
maybe it's one for Williams when it was Williams, and another one for when it.
Well, they also have a site map. That one that we saw was the erosion map. So let's see if this one shows the actual dimensions of the site.
Yeah, this seems like.
Oh yeah, that's much more detailed. And this is how many acres that is the boundary, how much disturbed, limits of disturbance, 20.
Catch this truck coming by.
Oh yeah, the equipment guy is going by. And here comes another white pickup. Could be it is a company car. ARM. That's ARM, a resource environmental group. So let's see, where is the actual site on here? This shows all the area. Now where can we find the actual proposed something says over there. What does that say? Proposed turnout. This might be, it can show us, where's the cutout for the site?
There's many more layers,
So. Right, so it shows all kinds of details here.
And so that's the stormwater one. Let's see what this one is.
So survey maps.
This is the layout plan, okay.
Yeah, we got at least 4 maps there. The pad.
Oh, this was the cover sheet. So
that's the cover sheet.
Out of order.
Soil classifications. They have, they have everything broken down. Lots of details. Water sources.
No, this looks like maybe
that's the access road. See, there's Valley View.
Overview site plan. So.
Oh yeah, see, there's Valley View Road, and this is the actual access road. See how high it goes up? And there is the site. See that section up there? Let's see, as we go up, there's the actual site. Limits of disturbance, 26.5 acres. There's this wording on it. So, Area D. The name of the owner, and then the adjoining properties, who are the owners. Richard Jordan, huh? That's the Mr. Jordan down below near the other site. So this goes right near him. That's interesting. So it went up so high that it's actually behind Mr. Richard Jordan's property, who's across from the other site we just came from. The ranch that we saw that had the disturbed water source from the pipeline.
More trucks.
Yeah, more pickups. Yeah, that looks like a local person. It's not white. White one coming up now, but Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you. Another little truck
Truck is all back in.
Yeah, another little truck over here. Stony. Oh yeah, they work for the. They're a local company that works for the gas industry. So he's going up on the site. I'm not sure how many wells are here since I'm not able to see them from the road. So usually they do 2 or 3, even though they have permits for 6. All right, so Jean's putting it back in there and kind of struggling with all the amount of papers. They really need another box at this point. I haven't seen one this full. There you go, she got it in. Good job. At one point there was a lot of gas activity here as they were doing these sites, the 2 sites up the road. We're now at the corner of Valley View Road and Silver Creek Road. And there's a gas site to the right of us, about 2, maybe a mile up, and a park, a state park, Salt Springs Park on this road. And this neighbor has been adding all kinds of boulders on the corner, which they never had before the gas industry came in, but to keep them off of their property. So they added that, and that seems to help. They had also metal rods for a while. That's been removed. Now we have the boulders. So as they make this corner.
We got another truck coming.
Oh, they're bringing more supplies. That's Stony. That's an industry company. I mean, the industry uses this company, local company, in our area. So they're working on the sites. They do a lot of the basic construction stuff on the sites. And we're going to go now to Franklin Forks up here and see where some more homes are, and eventually we'll see, maybe we'll see it now. I guess we can go see the contaminated water area and then see some other sites. Stony also, that company helps out when the water does get contaminated. They work and help out with the water buffaloes and the vent stacks. And we have a separate company that delivers the water called Parish in South Montrose. They're exclusively used by the gas companies to bring in the water to the homes that are affected for the past several years, starting with Dimmock and now other parts of our county, several parts of our county. Cabot, by the way, has been implicated again in another section of the county, another township for gas migration and water contamination of several homes in the Lenox Township area. So their casings, even though they improved their casings and they added more casings, are still having problems with gas migration and then the migration of other elements from deep inside the earth. We're going to make a left here. This is Route 29, one of our major roads going north and south. And you shall see, this is the home, the section where the water started to have problems. They're between 2 gas sites, which are under investigation right now since last year by the DEP for defective casing and spills. So this house to the right has a problem, and we're going to see their water buffalo in a little bit. Across the road is water buffalo. You see that box with the blue tarp that holds a 1,000-gallon water buffalo, and the vent stack over there. You see the vent stack. And it's venting explosive levels of methane from their water well. That's right above their water well. The water well has been disconnected, and now they're being delivered. Right, they're being delivered water daily. And this is the house here that they're willing to speak. Most people are not willing to speak. They're afraid to speak out. Like the man I just photographed and videotaped, the first water buffalo, he works for a gas company, delivers water, so he's afraid to lose his job. So he doesn't even want to be photographed or interviewed by anyone. We've had all kinds of people come here to see this. This is the Manning family who have problems with water, and they also have a water buffalo, and they put signs on their water buffalo, a Native American prayer, and other information about gas migration, and we're going to pull into this driveway and take a look. And meanwhile, before we take a look, let's see. Yeah, we're going to take a look. There's another house 3 doors up. I'm going to pull into the Manning driveway. Looks like they work full-time. Well, actually, the husband right now is laid off, so his wife is working full-time. And we're going to see some of them, and we can get out here. They're alongside, in the back here, they're alongside a creek, which is a continuation of the creeks that we saw from that last site. Snake Creek is up here. Silver Creek is across the road. But Snake Creek right behind here, we can take a walk if Jean wants to later, but it actually has methane bubbling in the creek now for the first time this summer. Since the gas migration happened, they noticed gas migration here in the homes this past December 2011. And now this summer we've noticed the bubbling methane, and the local fishermen alerted us to it, who have been fishing in these creeks for decades. And they said they've never seen it before. So we have bubbling, and the DEP has confirmed it is bubbling methane. So the gas well is about, and what's interesting about this area is the gas well is about 4,000 feet up behind this house on, let's see, Franklin Forks Road, which is just a little ways over here. And then across from them is the Depew well, which is maybe 5,000 or more feet away. So they're getting gas migration situation here, even though the wells are thousands of feet away. And we have a problem with arsenic in the area too. That's happened since the drilling, and we'll see that in a minute. I'm going to just turn off the engine here and see if we get out, and I'll show you we have a little convenience store, like a little pizza place and fast food, like little food plates across the road. What do we call it? Like a country store?
Yeah, hang on a second, because I'm going to get my notebook.
Yeah, if you want to get your notebook. And that's the convenience store across the road.
If I brought it with me.
And you can see, Jean, there's a convenience store. It's called Heavenly Angels, and they have a emission stack for high methane right next to that Jeep. And it's coming out of the building because their water well must be in the basement or somehow in the building. They have high arsenic, and it's been posted on their wall. Has to be posted because it's a public food supply and water supply place. And these people, they have the high arsenic above the MCLs. And they're told not to use their water in their production of food. And they're supposed to use bottled water. Now, I went in there with a camera, and I have a video of it, and I asked questions of the owner, and she got very upset and yelled at me to leave and to stop filming. And I wanted to know what's going on with the water supply there, and what are they doing, and what's happening. Meanwhile, our state allows businesses that have water problems near gas drilling, methane migration issues, high metals, to stay open. And they tell them you can use bottled water. So I find that something new I've never seen in my lifetime. We also have farms that have problems with their water, and they're still milking, and they're allowing the milking to continue. So we are questioning that, and I've been calling, and we're trying to get the health department to investigate this and other agencies, and to see if this should be allowed. I find it also disconcerting. And now this is the Mannings. This is Main Road 29, where the traffic goes up and down. And we've had lots of traffic down this, all kinds of trucks in the past, but right now we're on a major lull. So Tammy Manning has put up all kinds of newspaper articles on this buffalo. What we call a water buffalo is a plastic container, all different sizes from 300 gallons to anywhere 1,100 gallons. This family has 1,100 gallons because they have 8 people in the household, 4 generations. But they have, she's put out articles showing where there's been issues with gas drilling. See, like this one says, I guess says the Times Tribune is from Scranton. The gas glut slows drilling. And when did this come out? April 9, 2012. So it's good to know she's keeping her own little log and journal of what's happening here.
We'll scan them all.
We'll scan all these. We've had blowouts in our creeks from the pipelines, and I videotaped that also. I have over 200 videos on my YouTube site under my name, under my full name Vera Scroggins, or my email name Vera Durga. So all kinds of issues have come up. I know last year we had a warm winter. It doesn't look like it this year, but it would be nice if it was. This is the Manning family in this article. Their water, they started to notice changes in their water in December 2011. We have a special water monitoring crew in a park up the road. We have a state park, Salt Springs Park. It's the university. Wilkes-Barre University has a permanent, at this point, water monitoring equipment to make sure that we can keep track of any changes in our creeks near the Gasterly. And this is what happened to their water, the Mannings here. It changed color in the toilet. They noticed it turned gray, and then it would spurt out of the faucet in December, which it didn't do before, and was fizzing out. And that's what usually happens when you have lots of methane coming in. And then they called the DEP and the gas company. So, and then what their water well did, it started to become a geyser. Here's the wellhead. And this is the wellhead right here, and it started to spurt out like a geyser. And I have that on video also. The pressure from all of the methane that was so intense, and we have several test results from the DEP that shows how it increased over a period of months. And this is the stack. Now they put an emission stack. Now this has to be done by the gas company. It was asked to be done by the DEP for all these families. And they're paying for the stack installation and the water buffalo, which is a container that's used on farms. You know, that's why they call it a water buffalo. It's used for animals. Plastic, heavy white plastic container. This one is locked. We'll be able to see one further south in the county that has, it's inside of a shed that's not locked. Not all the companies lock them. Cabot did not lock the sheds, but WPX is locking all the sheds. They're afraid of some kind of tampering or somebody doing something to the water here. So I don't know why they're afraid of that, but that's what they've done. So we have locks all over, plus the tarp. There's a motor in the back of this. You know, of course, a pump to go into the house, to get into the water. This is household water use. WPX wants the people to drink this also, but they've been advised by others not to drink it, but drink bottled water, because this is highly chlorinated water from the treatment plant in Montrose that chlorinates their lake water. And the people here are used to drinking unchlorinated water if you have a water well, a private water well. And we're not sure of how potable it is. Cabot never told the people in the other part of our county to drink the buffalo water. They gave them separate bottled water, spring water or purified water to drink. WPX has a different perspective, and they're telling them they can drink this water. But the homeowners are disagreeing. They're not drinking it. So we have the prayer here. And one of the things on the bottom, it says, after the last fish has been caught, only then you will find that money cannot be eaten. And then you can see the rest of it. Only after the last tree has been cut down, only after the last river has been poisoned, only after the last fish has been caught, only then will you find that money cannot be eaten. So I do tours, basically weekly, sometimes up to 3 a week, and I have people that come from all over the world and all over New York and parts of Pennsylvania and other areas, Canada, other areas, and they come to see what is going on. This is a citizens tour that I do. Now, I also encourage people, if they want, they can do a gas company tour. And you can call the gas companies and see if you can get a tour. And then you can compare, because they are different and they give different information, you know, different other aspects of the county, and you can then compare. The Mannings usually do speak to us, but looks like maybe nobody's home. They'll come out and they'll answer questions, but I have videos of them, and they've spoken to all kinds of groups and media about what they're going through. They were having some health issues with their granddaughter before this stack was installed, because the methane was coming out of this well, was going up and coming right out of the well and into their upstairs bedroom where their granddaughter was. And she would throw up every morning before she went to school. So we believe there's a connection. We have not had anything proven at this point, but then after this was installed, she stopped throwing up. So we believe some gas was coming into the house. They were told to open their windows where the bathroom is when they're showering, because the gas is coming through the shower. And they were told not to cook. They have a propane stove, not to cook on their stove because of explosive possibilities. So they were cooking on a little electric heating plate for a while, for months. And now they're able to use their stove again now that we're getting this vented. So this is all under investigation now for over 9 months with the DEP. They're investigating and testing. Gas company has investigated, doing their own investigation. And of course, the gas company has already concluded months ago that this is a natural occurrence. There's methane in the ground, and they feel everything is a natural occurrence, and that it's migrating from the park that has, in this area, that has some methane or extra methane possibly, but the amounts that these have shot up to is it's over the explosive levels. So it started, let's say, a small amount. You have figures, and you go from 30,000 UGLs to 58,000, and now it's, I think it's in the milligrams even. They either test it, they use two different counts, which is very confusing. They'll use UGLs or milligrams per liter. So I have to look up the papers, but I have the results. It's I know it went all the way up to about 58,000. I believe it's milligrams per liter, but I have to double check that. So the gas companies have done their own and made their own conclusion, which they've done throughout our county and our state. They have not said they've caused any kind of problem or change in water or migration, even though their two gas sites are under investigation now since last year, 2011, beginning of 2011, for defective casing and spills, and that they've had to make adjustments to their casings. And possibly, I have to find out, I've heard a couple of wells have been plugged on the site, the Depew site, which is about a mile up the road. And of course, our DEP has not come to a conclusion yet. And they're still working on it, doing isotopic testing and all kinds of other testing and monitoring all this. And they will hopefully come to a conclusion at some point. But, 9 months is a long time. And meanwhile, we are living with it. And as they do these investigations, people are living with it in this area. Let's see if I can get...
Good enough. It looks just like Honey Eye Creek.
Now this is one of our creeks. We have lots of water, of course, in this county. You probably do also, but this is Snake Creek. And this is right behind, to the side of the Manning house. And there's a home there. And it's along this little bridge. And the road here is Franklin Forks Road. And we're going to go up at that road at some point where there's a gas site that's right near the road that's good to look at, so you can get a feel for it. But I wanted to show the bubbling. Let me see if I can find oh, there is some bubbling. See how it comes up? You can see the bubbling water. But usually I go, see this tree over here? That tree has a rope on it. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. This is where the children and the people like to take the rope and they jump in and swim. It's a swimming hole area. Popular swimming hole area. And fishing. But usually I get closer, let's see, to the edge here. We're going to try and get closer to the edge. If we can walk through here. I usually come from a different direction. Let's see.
Oh, I see. You take that path that way.
I take a path up there, yeah, towards the tree usually.
Yeah, might actually be a little dangerous here.
Yeah, I usually take another path. See that little path where all the leaves are? It might be slippery now, but I've walked on there. But let me see if I can find little spots here. But you'll see spots where the bubbling comes up. And methane has been found now in this creek since the drilling. And the fishermen alerted us to it. And the DEP has verified it. You can see the creek up there. Some rocks. Let's see. It's usually closer to, yeah, right in this area, but we'll see if anything comes up. I just saw one group. And the bubbles will start from the bottom, and you'll see like a ring of bubbles, and then it goes to the top, and then it stops. And it might be like a minute apart, or... There's Jean over there by the tree. Yeah, usually it's in this direction as far as the bubbles on this side. Jean, yeah, coming towards where I am. But I usually go on this little path here, closer to it, which I might try and do, but it's a little scary here, but let's see.
I see them here.
You do?
Yeah.
And do you see the bubbles coming right from the bottom? From the bed. Now when they start, you'll see bubbles coming from the bottom even.
Yeah.
Like a string of them.
Sections are bad today, so it's hard to find.
But I usually used to see about even 5 little sections. I see something. Oh, I see it over there. I found one. Okay, I know where it is now. I'm going to have to go down. See if I can go down this section here without slipping. Okay, I see one. Oh boy. With the leaves, it's a little harder. Woo. Oh yeah, there's the bubble section. It's right up here, there's one. Oh, here's one too, yeah. You see it coming up, and then it stops for a while. So when you go, thousands of feet drilling into the ground, vertically and horizontally, disturbances can happen under the earth. So we're seeing the results of some of these disturbances, and who knows what else is going on. Oh, here it comes again. Here you go, Mr. Bubble. Oh, there's a section. Nice little section there just came up. It goes pretty quick. Oh, there it goes. Can you see it, Jean? Or?
Yes, it's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And they're like little bubbles, and then, yeah, interesting, yeah.
Wow.
There's another section
my
up there.
goodness,
See that one?
huge.
See that section? Yeah. Yeah. So there's several sections here. Oh, there goes again another little section. There you go. Oh, there you go. Cute little bubbles.
Up here, you get a fascinating because you see the bubbles right in the water coming up. I don't know if you get it when you're.
Yeah, I'm getting it over here. There it goes again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That one's a good one, yeah. Yeah, and then further up over there is another section. Oh, there it comes. Look how cute. There's a whole row of them.
That's extraordinary.
All right, we're going to walk back, I guess, to the car. Or
Yeah.
this is
The first time.
Yeah, here we are further up on Franklin Forks Road near the creeks, Snake Creek, which had the bubbling methane. And we're going up this dirt road to get about a mile up to a gas site, but we're passing a home on the way, and here's again one of those signs. This is from ProGas people. Our water quality is fine, no trespassing. So they don't want anybody coming on the property, asking them about their water. They're telling you up front it's fine. And their neighbors down the road have water issues. And what has happened to our communities, it's a divided community, is we've had those who want the gas here will deny that anything's happening. They don't want to hear anything negative. And if there is anything negative, like the water problems of their neighbors up the road, they will deny it. They will go along with the gas company's appraisal, and their neighbors, they won't hear their position. They won't come and visit them. They won't come and see for themselves. They will just deny it and say that the people, as they've said about others throughout the county, are just lying. They're making up this story. They're trying to get extra money, and they're making this all up. So this is the conflict we have. Those who believe what's happening to the people who are having problems, and then those who don't. And this is further division of our community, tensions and difficulties of all of us being able to talk about it in a calm, reasoned way. And I'm trying to get some of the groups together. I've been working on that for a while, and I've spoken to some people recently. If we can get some people together and on both sides of the fence and be able to talk and hear each other. And so far we haven't been able to really do it. The emotional component is so intense on both sides. Now let's see, hopefully I have enough here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to change my battery soon, but this is the owner, the Hollenbecks, older elderly couple who own about 80 acres, and they're the owner of the gas well that's coming up the road. They don't live right next door to it. They're about 3 doors or 3 homes away, and I'm gonna clock it, just see how far they are, and they're not too far, maybe a quarter of a mile, if I could estimate my own self. And their gas well is under investigation for defective casing and spills. And they recently had, actually about a month ago, they had a brine spill that had to be cleaned up. 3 spots on the site, and DEP found it during one of their inspections. And here's a home. The homes are right next to this site. This site is right next to the road, which makes it an easy site to look at and photograph and observe. And it's been under construction for over a year and has had several problems along the way to slow down the completion of it. But it's now, I would say, complete. And we're coming up to it. You can see the brine tanks. Every site has brine tanks. You can see the top of it. This one, they're green, but 1 brine tank per well. And they have at least 3 or 4 wells, but we'll look at it as we come close. We have our porta potties for the workers, and the pipelines that have to go in is an extensive pipeline infrastructure, which is something we didn't realize in the beginning was going to happen to us. We thought the gas was going to go out in trucks, and nobody mentioned it when the landmen came. This is the beginning of a pipeline here that's connected to this gas site, and you can see the indicators, gas pipeline warning, and they have fencing and gates around the part, and you'll see more of it. All the pipes that are above ground. There's a section that's above ground that looks like about, I don't know, 50 feet long maybe, or less. This is the valves, the shut-off valves. You have to have shut-off valves in case there's leaks to turn off the gas so that you can prevent further damage and explosions or minimize the damage. So we're going to look at that. But it looks like the gate is open here today. A lot of times I come, the gate is locked. But they got something going on here. They're doing more work. And you can see the wells. See the wellheads, how much clearer they are here since we're much closer. And we're going to get out and take a look here. Because this one has, you know, a nice clear picture of all the, of what's left on the gas sites. Now, when the people signed up in the beginning in 2008 and earlier, the landmen told them there was just going to be a pipe in the ground. A cross, they called it. And that's all you'll see, and we'll be in and out quickly, and we'll be gone. And they told Dimmock especially, we're only going to put one well. They told the landowners there who signed at some point, we're only going to put one well in your whole community of 1,400 people, 30 square miles. And here's the little truck here. I guess he's going to go out. And we'll see if he says anything to us. You can see all the mud as he's moving along, how this site is. And the wellheads are right there behind him. We see 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Holenbeck. That's the signs for it. And let's see. Hi there. Would you like to talk to us? Hi. Would you like to talk to us?
Where can we stand and not trespass?
The property boundary starts 16 feet from the center line of the road, so if you're off of this road, you're trespassing.
Well, we have to see the signs, and we have to be able to read the signs, so we need to go by the gate. So you can call your authorities if you want. Obviously, he has a WPX hat. He works for WPX. So they like to tell us that we're trespassing. We can't even go up to the gate to look at the signs of our neighbors and what they're doing here, and what they want us to be right. And he even said we're supposed to go 16 feet into the road. Did you hear that? 16 feet. So is that where we have to go, 16 feet into the road? As far as, so we have to be in the middle of the road and not be considered trespassing.
No, not in the middle of the road.
Well, 16 feet into the road? Isn't that the middle of the road?
16 feet from the center line of the road. So basically the edge of the road is the property line.
Right here, the edge of the road. Where is the edge, though, since it's kind of muddy? Could you show us? So you have the brine tanks here. You see all that? And the wellheads. And what were you doing? Some maintenance? Can you say? Can you show us where the edge of the road is? So here's the road. And he's calling, making some phone calls. Is that what he means?
Yeah, and 16 feet would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he's saying
So right around here, right?
that this is as far as you can go in
Without trespassing.
without trespassing. So let's
So I guess we'll move and we'll go to that edge. Nice, friendly young man.
well, they're threatened.
They feel threatened, yeah. You know, two people with a camera.
And I think they have a right to.
So we're going to go up here.
I think they have a right to not have us trespass. I'm not used to. In our town, we have much broader sightings, but
That's what well, that's according to him. I mean, I've also heard other explanations where it's you can go up to the gate and it's not trespassing. So that's according to him. So there's a controversy in our county with the gas companies and whomever where the line actually is. So I have yet to see a legal definition in writing of where the line actually is. So you can see the production units up here. See those stacks? All those stacks emit all kinds of BTEXs and VOCs, gases and benzenes, and they're allowed to emit, there's allowable limits set by the DEP. And those are your brine tanks, 4 of them, 1 for each gas well, and there's the 4 gas wells. And they had a spill here about a month ago of brine. They had to remove sections of soil behind, just above these brine tanks, and near the brine tanks, and above these production units, and near one of the wellheads. So they had to remove soil and bring in new soil. And that was just one of a number of spills on this site, besides the casing issues, which are still under investigation. So this is what a site looks like, and we have a wall that was put up here, a wooden wall, a sound barrier requested by the neighbor who lives just behind the wall. There's two homes right behind the wall. And an elderly gentleman said, you know, could you please put that something up to help with the noise, which was tremendous. He was playing classical music all the time to try and minimize the sounds, which he of course had for about on and off for a year, because this site has taken over a year to get to this point. So that is now hooked up to the pipeline. There's the pipeline, the section that's above ground that's fenced in, and then the rest of it is underground. It goes up the hill. You see some fresh green grass. There's all kinds of plastic along the edge too, you can see. Some kind of erosion control, sedimentation, erosion control. It goes up the hill, through the trees, and we're getting hundreds of miles of pipeline in our county as it goes through the valleys and the hills from every site, because from every site you have to have pipeline, and then it goes to a gathering line, to compressor stations to dehydrate them, further the gas, process it, and then to transmission lines which go out of the state in several directions depending which market it's going to. Northeast market or west, south of here. And you can see the views, the hills. This is the next door neighbor right next to that wooden sound barrier fence. So he lives right here, Mr. Van Gorder, and he's right next to this property. So he sees the fence as on his view now when he goes out of his yard, and the site. You can see the site through the trees. And there's the pickup truck that we met at the corner. He's still parked over there. They usually watch me when I leave a site, and they follow me for a while. And here he comes. Let's see, he's coming. Then we have his son's home next door. Another Van Gorder, and the road up. We're going to go up this road and see other things. You can see the trucks. So we have pipeline all along the road here. This is Franklin Forks Road as we left that site. And you can see the markers, and it's all along the road, so you can see the extensive pipeline infrastructure that you need. And we just have a quarter of the wells that exist in the southern part of the county, which has even more infrastructure that's needed. And the pickup truck, that's the guy working for the industry, is following us, going slowly and watching us. It's all along here, all this green grass, fresh grass. This pipeline is underground here, so it's in front of homes. All along here. There's a marker, see a pipeline marker right in front of the barn. Just goes throughout our county, and all different sizes, anywhere from 12 inches to 30 inches. We're having a large one being proposed in Brooklyn, Pennsylvania, which is in this county just about 20 minutes south of here. A 30-inch Constitution pipeline being proposed that's going 120 miles into New York State to Albany, near Albany, New York, and there's a whole group that's protesting that in New York at this point. FERC is involved. We're also Class 1. All of our pipelines is Class 1 because we have low population, 45,000 people in the county, rural area. Class 1 classification for FERC is the least amount of regulations since there's so few homes, less than 10 homes per mile along the pipeline. Left and go to see some other sites and some flaring at some point. Now that truck going up there, that's a water truck that you just saw. Yeah, see that one up there if we're able to see it. But anyway, there's the flaring. I just changed my battery. And then they burn off impurities and excess methane and pressure with the flaring before they hook to the pipeline. I'm not sure if they even have enough pipeline in that section. We usually have to put in the lateral pipeline from the well site, which they may have to do to connect to the gathering line. And then get it out of the state, go to the transmission line. But if you're near this, like next door to it, right near it, you can hear up to 3 miles the noise usually, but it sounds like jet engines. Now we're in the car, so we should get out and see if we can hear anything, but I'm going to have to turn this engine off. There you go. But people have complained up to 3 miles, so it depends, you know. Like we just had a 4-flare site near one of our school districts. We have gas sites, by the way, on our school properties. We have 5 school districts. They're all leased. One of them that I know of has gas sites on the school property in Elk Lake. And they just had a flaring, and I have friends who have children there, and they were complaining that the children were running outside doing their running, and the noise from the flaring for days and the odors was something to be concerned about. Most of the people don't complain. They tend to be reserved, passive, and allowing. And then there's a handful that will complain and say, you know, what's going on here? Roads look. This is a road. There's a paved road. Probably a state road. It's Franklin Hill Road. You can see some of the damage along the roads. And, you know, they periodically have to repair them and patch them. So we have all this patching on all our roads. The paved roads, where we have all this heavy truck traffic, and you can see the repairing of the road, and you can see how the cracks start along the edge of the road. I have videos where there's big chunks on the roads on Silver Creek Road after all the truck traffic, hundreds and hundreds of trucks. Big chunks just broke all along the edge, and they had to repair that and patch it.
Just walk up to it. Like they deemed to repair this much, but they didn't.
Yeah, they went this far, and then they stopped.
Worse than that before there would be a repair, it seems to me.
Yeah, and then this section is breaking down.
Very interesting. Oh, here's one interesting dog. What kind of dog is this?
He's an Australian cattle dog.
I thought.
Is he?
Really? How did you happen to get him?
What's that?
How did you happen to get him?
My neighbor had it and didn't like him, thought he was vicious. So
he's alert. He's alert.
Oh, he's a great dog. Behave.
Hi.
He survives all these trucks.
You know, I was going to ask you, you know, we're doing a tour of the area and what's happening with the gas industry.
I hate it.
You hate it? Oh,
I
okay.
hate it personally.
Oh, okay. Would you mind? Is it okay if I like tape you or?
I'd rather you didn't film me, but you could talk to me.
Okay. Could I just do your voice?
Sure.
She's from New York. I mean,
You
I'm,
want to pull over?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you back?
what do you think I can do?
Pull right up in there. See that grass up there?
Yeah.
Right next to the barn?
Up a little. Yeah.
Beyond the,
Go up a little further.
Up in here?
beyond the, I think he's saying beyond the, maybe, are you thinking up there?
Pull right up there so you'd be out of the road.
Okay, that sounds good.
Is this okay? Where?
No,
can-
he wants you to go up in this grassy
Oh, the
area.
grassy area here.
It's like
Oh,
he
okay.
mows so just for people
Okay,
that-
that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. I haven't met this person yet, so this is interesting.
I
You
like
like pro gas, or if you don't know, behave.
No, I would.
I'm part of the town of West Bloomfield, which is southeast of Rochester. And the town has set up.
You're familiar. I've seen you before.
I'm a resident. Yeah, I'm Vera Scroggins. I live in
Okay.
Laurel Lake, and I'm showing the problems with
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah, I personally, I hate it. Today's a good day. There's like not much traffic.
Yeah,
But
I-
usually, it's just the trucks are nonstop, and to me, the noise pollution is just as paramount as anything else, and that's something they don't talk about. The same
Right.
thing with like.
I live on
Yeah.
Laurel Lake Road, so I get the same thing.
Yeah, and like the same thing with like burning off these wells and all. You know, I don't have anything against people making money, but it's just changed our whole face of our whole town. You know, the face of everything.
Yeah,
And
yes.
the reason I'm here is because I like the outdoors. I like going out in the woods. I haven't even hunted the last couple of years because of the noise and. But I don't know. I don't personally don't like it, and the pollution. I don't care what they say. He's Bagger. Is his name.
Hi, Bagger.
Bagger, hi Bagger. I
And,
just wanted to see
I don't know.
you.
But personally, that's all I know. That's all I can tell you.
How much
A lot of
land do
people
you actually
like
have?
it. I have none. I'm just helping Jerome here.
Oh, Jerome. Okay, I know
Yeah.
Jerome.
I just come out and help him now and then. 'cause
Oh
he's
yeah,
out
this
here
is
by
Jerome's
himself.
property. How does he feel about it? Is he unhappy about it?
He's unhappy about it, but I believe he signed a gas lease. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
So that's what I tell him. I said, well, if you're taking money from him, it's hard to. You know, I haven't made a penny off it. It cost me more. You know how it goes. Every price, everything went up. And
Now, where do you live then?
I live right in Montrose.
Oh, in
What
Montrose.
kind of problems are, what kinds of things have you noticed? Increases oh, he smells, he smells your dogs, Vera.
It all depends. It's just like even in town, there's so much traffic.
Oh,
now.
town is horrible, Montrose.
Right. It's,
yeah.
you can't, now I have 2 young kids, and it used to be, we'd walk around town every night, and it's quiet and peaceful. And now it's just like bumper to bumper. It's nonstop trucks. You hear them all night long. And then the other thing is, now I'm not against people that I don't know too much, but there's so many people, transient laborers come in that you don't even know these people, and it's not the same town.
Right.
Now I can't begrudge really people that need the money to sign a gas lease. What are you supposed to tell them? But I just don't like people to say, well, it's economically depressed. It's been that way since forever.
Forever, right?
And you know what? If you don't like it, I hate to say, well, move, but that's an option. If you really need money
Yeah.
that bad and you want a career somewhere, well, then you might have to do. I moved up here when I was 17 to get into the woods and get away from the hustle and bustle and the craziness.
And where'd you move from?
From Piscataway, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So you're from the
Where's that?
suburbs.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Piscataway.
It's where Rutgers
Jersey.
Stadium is. It's right in Piscataway, New Brunswick area.
New Brunswick area. Here
Yeah.
comes a truck. Let's see.
They see.
This is a water tanker.
Yeah.
Today it's light, right?
Light.
But it's been light for a couple of months,
Right,
it feels
because
like.
they can't haul fracking where I believe. I know.
And also the price crashed. So they
Right.
went to Western Pennsylvania. They told me they can make
Okay.
some more money with.
Well, I know eventually it's gonna, they're geared up for it when it happens. It's gonna be a real big boom, as far as I can tell. But
Well, we've had 4 years of it, right?
yeah,
So how many years have you been in the county?
since I'm 17, I'm 53 now. So quite a while. Yeah,
So you were saying prices went up. I know that in the newspapers they say like rents have gone up. How about if you're just a resident and are the
It's just
other
groceries. Even if you notice the last couple of years, groceries, like go get a gallon of milk, it's jumped crazy and stuff like that. There's just a lot more competition for everything, supply and demand. But I don't know. I just can't see now how they could say they're not polluting either. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Do you know
there
about-
always has been gas in the ground naturally. Salt springs, there's a little bit of gas in the ground.
Right.
But it doesn't mean they're not causing it to migrate.
Right, and
Because
to
the shale
intensify.
isn't like dirt, like drilling through dirt. There's fissions in it that you go through that might go a mile. You don't know, you know.
And you know about the houses with the water buffaloes
Yeah.
in Franklin Forks? We just
Yeah.
came from there.
Did you?
Yeah, and the vent stacks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What's your first name?
My name's Bob.
Oh, you're a Bob too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Bob. There's a lot of Bobs around
Well,
here.
my name's Bob Bruzak, and I don't care. Just don't use my last name. Bob's
Okay, yeah.
good. Yeah, for whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. This is going. I give tours every week, so mostly people from New York and from around the world who want to see what's happening to us. So
Yeah.
I give a citizens tour, and then people can go for a company tour, and they're different, so they can combine the information.
The other thing I really disagree with too is leasing out state land, like game lands, and even where the high school sits on and stuff. It's
Yeah, we have property there. I'm going to take her to the school,
yeah,
right?
it's just totally disruptive. And you know, it'd be one thing. And here's the other thing: cabbage as well. We spent, I don't know how many. I'm not quote me. I would say $11 million to fix the roads around here. But what they don't tell you is they did $30 million worth of damage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds great. Yeah, we spent $11 million to fix your roads, but they've also done $30 million of damage. That's the other thing too. Just your vehicles, it just pounds the heck out of it. I mean, these roads, just.
Right. It wasn't designed for that originally.
I'm a country now. See, I have 2 acres up in Plasky, the Salmon River up there. That's our plan. We're selling our house hopefully in town. I just want to get out of here.
You
I
want to
still
get
have-
out of here?
Yeah, I still have 2 kids.
How old are your
High
kids?
school age.
Oh, high school?
Yeah.
And which school do they go to?
Montrose.
Oh yeah.
So I'd have to, I have to be back down around here. But I help Jerome keep an eye on him and stuff. So
Where is Jerome now?
he's not awake yet. He's here somewhere.
Oh, he's still asleep.
Yeah, he's a night owl.
Oh yeah. And what is it? How's his health? Is he?
Not too bad. He had problems with his eyes.
Oh.
He's got glaucoma. But then he put, I kind of keep an eye on him. He put his eye drops in another bottle that he had this oil of clove in. So he accidentally put oil of clove in his
Oh,
one
gosh.
eye, burnt the heck out of his eye. What do you
no.
think, Bagger? We have company, huh?
He's so pretty.
Well, you could tell him he knows who I am. Tell him Vera was
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I will.
And he's talked to me a number of times about
Do
his
you know
concerns.
Lynn Bollinger? Used to be Lynn Bruzak. It is Lynn Bruzak.
I remember that last name, but
Lynn
I'm not
Bollinger.
sure.
Her
I know-
dad was they call him father of the town. I can't, I'm so confused right now. I can't even think of it.
I know it's hard to remember these things. Now, what road are you on in Montrose that you want to sell?
We're on Wilson Street, right
Oh, okay,
near.
you're the ones that are right next to Julianne.
Yes. That's
Oh,
me.
okay, you're the guy with the
Maybe.
like- oh, okay.
Depends on who you
You
ask.
just look different. You look different to me, but I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do recognize me because you're like
Yeah.
maybe 1 or 2 doors from Julianne.
Yeah.
Okay.
One door.
One
Right
door.
next to it.
Oh, okay, all right. So then you want to move out at some point.
Yeah, I'd like to get away. I like to live in the woods. And so being in town anyway,
Is not so great, right?
I'd rather be up in the woods somewhere anyway. And if I'm gonna be up in the woods, I think it'll be a little further from here right at the moment. That's why I'm hoping that the Adirondacks, they don't even allow it because
Oh, I hope
because of
not.
Lake Ontario right there, and that's a watershed for a vast area. So
Right. Well, I appreciate you talking to
No,
us.
no
It's
problem.
nice. I mean, I saw you out there. I said maybe we should talk to somebody. I didn't know who you were at that point.
Yeah,
And I said, let's.
I figured you were gas people at first. That's why I asked you pro gas or what. But then I probably wouldn't be talking to you too much.
We just came from Franklin Forks, and we had a pickup truck follow us, and we were looking at that site up there.
Mm-hmm.
The Holenbeck site, and checking it out and taking videos and.
Do they
talking.
have? Are they torching that this morning? I didn't even.
Yeah,
know
did you
that.
see? Yeah, they're torching it. It's all torched. Two
Two of 'em,
flares.
'cause flares. Because yesterday the wind was blowing this way. I mean, you could hear it plain as day.
Oh, you could hear it yesterday?
Oh man, big time.
Because we can't hear it today because the wind is. There's no
'cause
wind.
Well,
It's
the
different.
wind is the wind's heading towards us, so you can't hear it. But yesterday it's like. The main thing is the traffic, but today it's a dead day, so I can put up with it. But there's days like, because I only work when I'm building stuff where I'm 10 feet away from the road, if
Right.
that, and it's just like.
Huh.
But anyway.
Well, thanks so much,
Yeah,
Bob.
good luck.
For your time.
You see, here's the deal now. He gets all nervous. He wants to have exposure and this and that, but he gets all nervous about people seeing his stuff. And I'm like, you gotta calm down, He's
Yeah, I know.
a recluse.
He's a recluse and he's a
Yeah.
nervous
His
guy.
best stuff, he has awesome stuff. Now, he's had stuff in Guggenheim, I believe it's called, New
Oh,
York
yeah?
and stuff. His back room someday. Next time you stop, hopefully
Yeah.
he'll be up and I'll show you someday.
Yeah, this is
I'll show you when
Jerome's
I'm
place,
done.
and he's from New York City, the owner of this property, and he moved here. Maybe he's from Long Island, and he was a teacher out there. So I've met him before.
Wow.
But look at this. This is a neat place. I haven't seen this building yet.
Oh, this is wonderful. This
Yeah,
this has a
it
nice,
smells good too. I like this wood smell. And he's got another barn.
Now you see, like this here, I want to do like sculptures like this, and I'm doing them so they look like they're wet, and I want to call them the like precious waters works. And then if I ever do sell any of them, I want to take some of it and put it back to people that are, to fund some type of anti-gas or some kind of education.
This is so interesting.
But that's the kind of, I've just been throwing stuff like that. I mean, I
this
just
is
to
really great.
represent kind of like, precious. There's water on it, but it's also just kind of like death. You know what I mean? Not to be totally dark and all, but that's just.
Well, there's different ways. Everybody reacts to your own art differently.
See, now this one here, I'm redoing this sculpture right now.
Ah, do you have a sculpture garden?
Well, here.
Where's the
I'll show you.
sculpture stuff?
Here, I'll show you. We're just kind of. I don't spend much time like only days I feel like we feel, so we don't get a whole lot done. That's Cosmos there.
Oh.
Getting all refitted.
Oh, wow.
And then that glow goes in the center of them.
Oh, wow.
That'll
Yeah.
be one that
Neat.
he's going to sell that one so I can make
Oh,
some
my
money.
gosh.
Would be a good deal. So I work for free.
Now, how many acres does Jerome have? I forgot.
He has 16 or something.
16. Yeah, I was thinking about 20, so 16.
Ladies, and I'm going to kick you out. Watch your step.
Okay, so you can get some work. I'm down at where I'm in the Finger Lakes. It's a fascinating dive.
Oh boy, it's a deep step here.
See, nobody will ever know we're out here.
And he's back in the woods and just gives private tours. He's just obsessed.
I love this driftwood thing.
My plan is I want to get a little bit of exposure. I want to get some people out here to start seeing some of this stuff.
Oh, this is
Yeah, this is an old artwork of his that I'm redoing. This
boy.
one is on display in New York City, and that's kind of like what it looked like. So that's the process of going back together. I'm doing that now.
Oh, I like it.
Nice, yeah.
But that's,
What's his name again?
his name
Jerome
is Jerome Weinberger.
Weinberger.
He was a teacher,
Yeah, he was a teacher, I remember
but he teaches biology, so all his stuff is kind of like intertwined with biology. And he's between me and you. You're not taking it, right?
that. Yeah, I am.
Slightly insane.
Let's see, they have waters
See, this is before I got
sites
involved with him. This is
for withdrawal all
I
over.
did timber frame restorations and turned them into houses and stuff.
Did you? Oh, beautiful. You do great work.
I still do a little bit. If you know anybody who needs work, let me know.
Yeah, what kind of work do you do? You could do stuff in the house or something?
Yeah, I do everything.
Yeah. Well, do you have like a card or anything or a number?
Yeah, stop by and see me someday if you need
I'll have to
me.
stop by. Okay. Yeah.
And next time, you know what? We just got a new phone number, and I don't even know what it is. Next time, I'll give you my phone number.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
Well, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Bob.
You're welcome. Thanks.
So we have withdrawals all over the county that are permitted for water. The river and creeks, and then municipalities.
You know where one of the withdrawal stations?
Oh yeah, we have one right in Halstead, behind the McDonald's there, off Route 11, and they have a withdrawal site. I have videos of all that. You can see it on my.
It's on your website.
Oh, it's on my YouTube site. Yeah, I have all these things. So there's another site, if we can see it from here. Let's see. And there's a house. That house is the owner of the property, the White House on the right there. And he's overlooking his site, which is off this road, a little bit farther off the road. You can see it all from this hill. And it's got the brine tanks. It's got some water tankers. See those red tankers? Those hold water for fracking usually. This site has been fracked and flared, so I think it's in production, but I'm not 100% sure. I usually have to ask, but there's the site there. Let's see. You can see the brine tanks, the house, the owner there, and he overlooks all that, and we're living right next to it. The water tankers. This is Franklin Hill Road, Franklin Township. We're back on Route 29 going north of Franklin Hill Road, And we're close to the New York border from here, maybe like 10 minutes. This is a heavily trafficked road. We have houses right here across the road. This is the Barber. You can see the traffic coming through. But this is the Barber Farms, and they've leased or sold, they won't tell us exactly, for a compressor station and pipeline on their farm that used to produce produce that we used to go to, you know, produce stamp. But now they're working on this. It's all fenced in. This is compressor station going in. Dehydrators. It's been working already. They've connected the dehydrators. They connect for a while before they put the compressors, and it becomes a free flow station until the compressors get in. You can see all kinds of pipeline. There's somebody there at a pipeline, and then all these other areas of pipeline with valves to turn things on and off in case of accidents and leaks. And they have some housing there now. That there's men here who are working here, possibly living here too, but as they're finishing this site, they'll be adding housing for the compressors that will be coming in. We have a pipeline going up the hill there. You see the pipeline area? That's the open swatch. Usually the swatches are 100 feet or more wide, and they cut through the area. Dehydrators right there, that oblong, tall structure, and the brine tank behind it. And you can see all the machinery. Now we have 2 compressor stations that are right now connected to compressors in our county, and plans for over a dozen. And this is just, we're still in the beginning stages of the development of this county. The 2 compressor stations, I hear some truck coming by here. The dump truck just went by. But we have, and we have a home right across from it. It's about 400 feet when I asked the gas company. This is Williams, is handling the compressor stations, Williams Gas. And there's a home right there. So they'll be hearing the noise, and there'll be tons of emissions that are allowed from these compressor stations of VOCs, BTEXs, formaldehydes, sodium dioxide, sulfur dioxides, all kinds of things. You can read up on it. And they have allowed tons of it at the stations within the law. And we have a county ordinance, a noise ordinance of 50 decibels from the closest occupied building to a compressor station. I've gone now to, we're testing with meters at our 2 stations, and I'm testing over 55 to 65 to 70 decibels. And we're going to present a case at some point, and even a criminal complaint. We're working on a group of citizens and neighbors who are listening to constant noise day and night, and they have to shut their windows on parts of the home so they can sleep at night. And they're building more compressor stations right behind, within 1 mile to 2 miles of our largest compressor station, the Lathrop station in Springville, where there are 7 compressors on that one site, and which also had a fire and leak and explosion in March of this year. And fortunately no one was hurt, but they had to replace 1 compressor. So we are dealing with that. And I've gone to the county commissioners, and they are not willing to enforce anything at this point. They're telling us those 2 compressor stations in Dimmock and Springville are grandfathered in. They were built before the ordinance. So now we'll see what we can do beyond that, because of all the concerns of the people that live near these stations. And besides the emissions, and then of course the noise, the regular constant noise and blowdowns that occur once or more a week, which is also very loud. Sounds like
what is a blowdown?
They release excess pressure and emissions, and for whatever reason they have to do that. I'm not clear on it yet, but that gets done, and it goes on for several minutes, and that sounds like some kind of loud jet plane type of noise. Just like the flaring sounds like jet planes, and it sounds like you're near Kennedy Airport. So, all right, we're going to head back.
We're on sounds.
Yeah, so we're just driving right now, and we're going back to my home on Laurel Lake Road. This is Laurel Lake Road. And we only have about 10% of the development that the gas companies are envisioning for this area. when I spoke with Laser Pipeline CEOs, they told me they were anticipating hundreds of wells in this section of the county, and there's about 5 townships along their route of 21 miles. So they were telling me they can see at least 500 wells for our area to be connected to their gathering line that would then go to the Millennium Line out of the county. So we're only in a small part of development at this point. And in the southern part of our county, it's more developed, maybe 25% of what they anticipate or more. We have, let's see, 150 wells plus in Dimmock, and they just lifted a 9-square-mile ban that's around Carter Road, where they had the major plume of gas migration for the past 4 years. So they just lifted that ban, so they haven't been able to drill in 9 square miles, which they've been wanting to go into and drill and frack. So that's just opened up the past month or so, and we'll see how much they do. But the economics is not encouraging them as much as they'd like to, so they've pulled back, and they're doing, from what Cabot has even told us, about 50% of what they would like to do, but economically it's not wise to do. Fracking trucks going by it on the way to Montrose. These are all the fracking and concrete and Halliburton trucks. So I'm going to follow them for a while. I'm going to Montrose and go and tour some more sites. This is Route 29 South, leaving Montrose, and one of our main roads going north and south for all the traffic, and give you an idea of some of the truck traffic as I'm going south here. Definitely is way down. This is the former Sautner house on Carter Road, and the new owners, since it's been bought by a corporation, they took off the vent stack off of the wellhead. I understand that that's not legal, so I'm just letting you know about it. I want the DEP to know this. This is, let's see, what date is it? October 9th, 2012, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So Sautner house, we're on Carter Road.
Violating the consent order.
And as far as I know, this is violating the consent order.
One of the 18 homes.
One of the 18 homes that have to have, this is Carter Road, and the mailbox. And see if we can move closer to the mailbox. We'll see the, oh, there's no number, they took it off. They should have,
I think it's 1109, isn't it?
It should be all posted. It's all posted
see
here.
all the signs they put up?
Yeah, we have all kinds of posted signs now. The former Carter, this is Carter Road, Sautner house, Craig and Julie Sautner, where the water buffalo used to be, where that propane tank is. And I see no numbers here. Let's see, the mailbox.
It's on the other side.
Maybe the other side?
Oh, no.
Nope, everything taken off.
1101.
You see that? Where are you seeing?
1101.
Oh, on the bottom. Okay, 1101. So you have the address here, Carter Road. And I'll have to look that up. This is the Baker well site behind Norma Fiorentino's house. And I think it's Baker 1. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the number at the entrance. But I see a fracking crane here. This is October 9th, 2012, about 1 o'clock. This site was plugged. Gosh, I'm trying to think when. A couple of years ago, at least. And it was supposedly permanently plugged. Why is it being fracked at this time? Why are they unplugging it after this is one of the sites that contaminated Carter Road? And with migration of methane and other toxins. I'm on the Dimmick to Brooklyn Road, and I'm right here near the marker, State Road, let's see, 2024, is that number 30? Looks like a 30, I see leaves in front of it, I'm not sure. But I'm asking this question, and we have all kinds of activity here. Here's the frac tanks for Baker, and where's the name here? Baker, it is Baker 1, P1. And there's the gate, and they're fracking this site that was plugged. So I want to know from the DEP, why is this being allowed? And how could this be allowed? And there's like a security little trailer, and there's the hosing that's going up with the water. Yeah, we can go up there and ask him. I usually go up there and ask.
You go right ahead, also right here.
Yeah, where's that going?
No.
You're not going anywhere?
Nope.
Oh, this is, you know, it's a frac. They got the frac crane up there. This is easy to tell. Then look at these tankers right here. So here's the frac tanks for Baker 1, and this is an area that's just been opened up after 2.5 years or more of a ban, 9 square mile ban around Carter Road. Our DEP has opened this up, and they are refracking a plugged well that was the #1 contaminating well for this area. This is the Ely pad. We're going up the Ely pad off of, are we still on Mashoppin Creek Road, right? Mashoppin Creek Road.
Right.
And we're going to go up this pad and see what's going on over here. Well, they got a long driveway, long access road. Goes up,
Their
up.
driveway.
This is their driveway. It's going up, up, up. There's a pond right there. Let's see if I can see it. This is, they have no name on it anymore, just restricted.
Alright, turn that off for a minute.
Okay, this is the entrance to the Ely pad. And there's their site. Now, is this site still in production? Okay. We have 2 wells, 2 horizontals. There's the permit numbers. Let me see if I get close for the permit numbers. I like to be able to look those things up, and we still have the white tube here. Cabot. Get those permit numbers. And this was permitted, looks like, as far as the water, in 2008. This is one of the first wells, if not the first one. 7/17/2008. All right, let's move forward and see how this looks. We got brine tanks. They have 2 brine tanks per well site. The production units. Can we walk on this site? There's the production units, metering station, brine tanks.
Seal on the blue.
Yeah, they got all new valves on here. They're getting ready, looks like to frack this one.
Yeah.
This is available for fracking. So you can see all the valves. Everything's new. They replaced.
Lock that bit, just put in there.
I wouldn't want to come up this site if I was them. They're asking, I think, for trouble. Look at all the water in these wells. These wellheads, and look at all that. They're sitting the way they're sitting.
How does it get up into the tank? They have a
There's
pump?
a certain amount of pressure still pushing off these wells, and it pushes it up into the tank.
Into this tank. Look, you can see the liquid. There's liquid in the tank.
That's it.
Now, what's in the tank, you think? What kind of liquid is that? I wonder what's in there.
Flow back.
It's all flow back in there?
That's drilling fluids. They haven't fracked it yet. See, they don't have
Now, you see the top is open? Is that open?
Yeah.
See, the cover is open.
Yeah.
So they're venting it.
Yeah.
That's weird. Maybe it's got rain water in there.
And then the rain can go in there, yeah. And you can see how much is in here. 400, is that 400 gallons?
No, but I'm saying, this one they left open.
Did you see it's a 1,500? It says, well, it goes all the way up to 3,029 gallons. Was that what it's saying? Or liters? Or maybe it's liters. What are those markings?
That's a 1,200 gallon tank, or 1,150 gallon tank.
You think so? Maybe.
Yeah.
But why does it say 3,028?
Gallon, liter, 700. No, it is. Huh.
What is that?
Yeah.
And then look where the liquid is. It's at 400. Is that 400?
400 gallons.
400 gallons.
800 gallon line. 800. Yeah, this is a. No, how am I getting the signal up here, man?
You got a signal because you're so high up. You should have signal up here.
Marcus is right there.
You have those special what is it? What are those signs? What do they call them? OSHA or
No, those are hazmat placards.
the hazmat
Hazmat placards.
placards?
That one say?
And what does that one say?
I'd have to get my book out.
To get the book out to explain it now.
That's what I see.
They put some new signs on here. Do not operate. They need any information. New locks. Those are all new locks, new signs.
See, there's, and all the valves have brand new
Yeah.
caulking in the.
New caulking. New signs. Any information on there? New shut-off valves there.
Well, got a meter there that's reading zeros.
Meter over there.
Yeah, but that's brand new.
And what's the meter supposed to read, I wonder? Just the gas if it comes up? Or flow back?
Everything's coming out, but there is no.
Huh.
There it is.
What? Oh, there's a tank right in the bottom.
This is 1V.
Oh, this is 1V? This is the vertical they're going to do. They're going to do the vertical then, huh? Usually they use much less water and pressure on the verticals.
I'm trying to find the bottom.
It's Cabot, Ely, 1V. And there's the permit number. It's got like a metal containment. So we have permission to be on this site from the owner of the site.
Take all the bad crap.
This is a separator, and separator takes out what on this site?
They burn it off.
They burn it
Put
off
it off in the atmosphere.
into the atmosphere. There's emissions from that, and they separate what?
All the different chemicals coming out from the fracking fluid,
Ah,
coming out from the well. That's what, you know, you gotta remember, these were done back in 08 and they still have the stuff sitting here because it's still pushing crap out. Then I'll go from there.
I know, but all the sites I think have separators. I think I've seen them.
Well, yeah, they have to burn the crap off.
Now here it says what this is. Let's see.
Leaking tanks you're talking about?
Yeah.
Where was the tanker?
The flow coil in here.
Didn't you say there was some that left? Tanker
They're down over. They're down over.
Well Inlet. Yeah, I'm picking up smells over here.
Oh, yeah, you're going to, Vera.
Yeah, I'm picking up stuff right here.
Let's see. I bet you one of them is a little bit. You know, I got that ain't gonna help you with this song.
Oh yeah, it's just anything. PC
Mission
Gold tripping
stack.
solution. You can go like this underneath my nose.
And there we have the hazmat sign. It's a little different here.
But I said, but this is the separator here. Then goes from the separator.
Brine tanks.
Goes out over here. And this thing goes out to the line. Goes over to the metering.
So it goes into the line here.
Goes out to the pipeline.
Is that natural gas?
Yeah.
So it uses part of the gas that's coming
Yeah.
across to fire up the
Yeah.
heating
Fire up the
Yeah.
heating
system,
system.
burner and everything?
Yeah.
And then
Does
it goes
just kick in when
through
needs it, or
here.
This
Yeah.
is turned off.
No, they're all on.
And then the metering. The metering station is the green one right there.
Yeah, that's the metering system that belongs to Williams now.
To Williams, right?
And there's the pipeline there. And the
Oh,
pipeline goes-
pipeline's behind it. Yeah, there's pipeline connection there.
No, that was all trees.
Oh yeah,
They
well
cut that all
trees.
out- They cut that all out. Put the pipeline
Oh, okay, yeah, to get the pipeline through. There's the.
Kenny and I used to hunt up here all the time.
You can see some of the logs there
You got
that are
a tree
left.
stand, used to sit about right here, right in the middle. We had a tree stand there. This is kind of my open right here. And Kenny and I used to have tree stands right here, and we used to hunt this whole upper section. Because this wasn't like this. It sloped like this all the way down. And you see right through the trees here. Hunt season. I had a stand over here. Kenny set over here. Set right there. We could cover the whole top of the mountain right here. This is the highest point. Yeah.
We have solar panels. Nice dichotomy here. And this is metering station for the pipeline. Williams on this site. Ely 5. Kind of control panels. Pipeline area. There's that. The entrance to the pad, which is way up. You can see the hills, the mountains right out there. Yeah. Today is October 9th, 2012, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a deer just moving around. You see his little white tail, but he just came off this site. You just saw him. And we're at Ely, what is it, Ely 2? Yeah, Ely 2. One well here.
This was Kenny's quarry.
Used to be a quarry up here. And then it became a gas site.
She had this. Was supposed to have X amount of time or money.
Ely 2. We got stacks up here. Separators. Metering station. The well head. Just one well in this section. This site. Oh, this is like... Now, in that plastic container next to the wellhead, is that methanol?
Could be.
Could be, and it's got like warning over there, the hazmat warning. 330. It has a different numbers.
Yep.
Must be more dangerous, maybe
Yeah.
higher number.
Oh, but I have to get my hazmat and look out and look.
We have to look it up, yeah. And look at the containment here. It's looks like gravel.
Yeah, same thing.
Let's see if there's any water in there. This one is. I don't see water on this site yet. This one is not as messy or as wet as the other site. Yeah, this one doesn't look as. Yeah, this one's much better shape. Yeah, this one is in better shape.
Yeah, this is Ely 2. Right? This is a vertical.
This is a vertical? Oh yeah, I see it says over there, 2V. But you can see how the ground looks different here. But there's some rust going on in the bottom, huh?
Deer was here, Vera.
The deer was here?
In the grass. Right with the water.
Oh, you see the footprints, yeah. Tracks.
Must have been a buck here. Look.
With his horns?
No, stop at his feet.
Oh, stop it. Tearing it up.
It doesn't look like the other one, huh? Full of water. The other one's like crazy looking. Well,
This one here, the hatch is open on this one.
what's the hex?
Oh, on top.
Hatch opens on top.
Oh, the hatch is open, yeah. Wow, that's interesting. You're venting it direct.
See, on this here, there might be so much gravel here.
Yeah, they had
From the
people
number
tracks over here, huh?
Too.
Yeah, from the quarry being here. Okay. Yeah, it's probably drained off quicker. Drained down quicker down in our
There's the hatch open. That one's open, the other hatch is shut.
But again, you know, all this leaks right off into the groundwater. There is not a containment here.
Deer's up here eating up the grass.
More or less, now you know I won't hunt deer.
You don't know what's growing up out of that stuff.
More or less, that's what I'm saying. You know, the chemicals, all the spills that were here and everything, so there's no containment on any of these drill sites.
There were spills. We can look up the permit numbers and see what kind of violations on these sites, because there have been spills on these early sites.
Now,
If they reported it, right?
this one and the one down below, all the others have locks on them. These do not have padlocks in these stores.
On these doors. Have you ever opened the doors?
Nope.
That might be considered a trespass.
Okay.
And I would be a bit surprised if there isn't an alarm on that door when you open that door.
Oh, maybe an alarm, huh?
But these are so far up here, I think they just feel they don't need to be.
So we have a gas site, looks like on 29 that they're refracking. We have to go up there if you can. Are we near that, but we're not that close to it? This,
I'm gonna take you down and show you one of the hidden tank farms.
oh, the hidden tank farms, yeah.
That needs to get out too. Then. You'll be the queen of the hunting. You'll be number one on the hit list.
It's so much fun.
So we got more warnings over here. This is methanol maybe in here too, or what is this one? Has gallons. Nothing in here.
It's sealed though. They got it.
They got it sealed.
Can't lift it. They got it screwed shut there. You see the screws in it.
Warning.
This one's open there.
Is that the same thing? But it's not at the same site. That's at the wellhead. And this one is at the separator. And it's got different numbers on it. Now here's some valves at the separator. It says water and oil. It's marked. See over here they have valves? Water, oil, it says. They marked them.
Yeah.
And look at these stacks. I love these stacks that are just rusting out.
Oh, it's because they heat and cool. So it just,
Yeah.
They can't do some different materials.
even stainless will rust when you heat and cool it like that.
I like the good blocking you have with the tank here with the wood laying on the ground so it
Just
rot out.
rot out and split.
And put too much pressure on the pipe and snap the
Snap
pipe.
the pipe off, especially that long one right there.
Yeah, look at that one.
Well, That's the main gas line.
That's the main gas line?
Yeah, that's the main line come from the wellhead, come over here through the separator, come out of the separator and go into be pumped out. That's the main gas line.
Outbound is there, down in that green one?
Yeah. Comes out here, goes in there.
That's the green outbound over there?
Yeah, that goes up.
What's that?
Here's the
pressure
gas
relief
lines.
Yeah, on the top. Yeah.
But again, it's a very messy looking site. This is what a reclaimed site looks like.
That's the compressor station.
valve? You can hear when it gets cranking.
Well, you heard it that night down at the house.
Which one is this? Teal? What am
Yeah.
I hearing? Teal?
Yeah,
We can hear a compressor station in the distance. The Teal compressor station. So you can see what this site looks like. A reclaimed site, what kind of condition it's in. Not something you'd want to live next to. Unless you really are not into aesthetics. And we have a couple of hundred of these in this area, in the area of Dimmock. Well, wells, and we'll see how many sites that means. It's hard to get a full number. I'm going to have to call a DEP and see if they're able to give us a number. This is another Ely pad, the first one that you come on to from the road as you go up this lengthy access road or driveway, actually, of the Ken Ely's property. And the house is just beyond this. There's a pond there, just off of this, below this site. And then their home is just into the woods there. So it looks like we have 4 brine tanks here. There must be 2 wells. Yeah, I do see the 2 well heads, 2 separators. And this is above the pond and above the Ely home. They have a containment around the brine tanks. I don't see water from here. This site seems dry. The other Ely pad, way above this one, the third one, has got all kinds of water issues, full of water.
And it's actually a vertical. 5 is a vertical, also made into a horizontal, and 7 they put in without my husband's permission.
Huh.
And Nolan said to me, and I gave him the papers because I found
So
the
what
papers.
does that mean? It's not really a... Does that mean
The
it's
numbers do not correspond with the wells.
So this, if it says H, it may not be a H, it may be a V?
Of course, I know it's not. I live here. I was here before the wells were here.
So I'm talking to
I've been here since
Emma
2004.
Ely right now. 2000. You've
My
been
name
here.
is my first name is Emma Jean Ely.
Emma Jean.
EMMAGENE. One name.
Oh, one name.
Emma
Yes.
Jean Ely.
Emma Jean Ely.
Ely, right. And you're living here on the property.
I've been here since 2004. And I know everything, and I can tell you how many times his kids came up here to see him.
Yeah.
Okay? That's
Right.
I mean, that's how well I know him.
So you have all these pictures and
Oh,
you
you
watched
better
the well.
believe it. Oh, yes. See, I
this
watched
is-
them all.
This is the Ely 1 site.
This is
which
the 4
one's
and
this?
6. This is 4 and 6 right
4
here.
and 6 with
4 and
lower.
6 of the first 2
Four,
right here.
4, 6.
1, 5.
By our cabin is number 2.
Number 2, is that Ely 2?
That's
That's
Ely
either
2 up by the
Then on
house.
the
Single
top
one
is
where the
1,
deer
5,
was.
and 7. They never had a
1,
3
5, and
because
We went
they-
to all the way to the top. It's full of water.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
That's not
number
good.
1,
Yeah.
they just put all the new valves on one for fracking.
Well, they I know
Are they actually
had,
going to frack up here? They're going to go all the way up here. That's
Well,
like crazy.
I haven't heard anything, so
Well,
they don't like to tell me anything because I'm the outlaw mother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So-
I know for a fact from just being up there right now, Emma.
Yeah.
But what about
But I
Cabot?
have no idea.
Was Cabot telling you
has all
anything
the
of
new
this?
valves on it right now for fracking.
I know they had to put new valves on there because they were
No,
leaking.
Oh.
no,
So maybe that's why they're doing
no.
it.
The other one, the back preventer valve, is still leaking. They just added all the valves on to run all the extra piping in for the line truck. Okay.
Oh, see, 'cause
that was
I
all
don't-
just
I don't know.
yeah. One, they've got it all ready right now. That's getting ready to be set up right now for fracking.
Now, see, number 5 has never been fracked. That was just a natural gas coming on and off, going off and on, off and on, off and on.
Just coming
So
up.
they've never ever fracked it. Number 7 here, they didn't even have permission to put that well in here, and they did against my husband's wishes because the reason he wouldn't sign the papers was because Cabot didn't want him to give him increase it to 15%. He wanted 15% of the royalties, and they told him no. He said, "Well, you're not putting it in."
Oh, okay. And,
And
it was,
my
what,
husband
12?
knew that was going to be a moneymaker.
Ah. So he knew at that
He
point.
knew it was going to be a moneymaker because of him talking to Cabot. My husband was a very friendly man. But don't try to screw with him because he will mess with you up in a hurry.
Right. And he'll.
And I knew Ken since 1965. I
Oh,
was
wow.
15 years old when we met.
Wow. And
Okay.
where'd you meet? Out here then?
No, we met in Montana, where I'm from.
Oh, you're
I
from
was born
Montana?
and raised in Montana, yes.
How nice. I have
Yes.
family in Montana. I was there originally when I came to this country with my family from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to my great uncle. He has a ranch in near Edgar, Montana, southeast Montana.
Yep.
And I was there as a little girl.
I'm on the west side of the
Oh.
east side of the Rockies. We're about 96 miles from the Continental Divide.
Oh, okay. Beautiful state. It's one of my favorite states.
Well, I haven't lived at home since I got married in 1968, so I've been gone ever since. I have no idea. I've been married all my life.
Oh, all your life, I know. It's not an easy thing.
But anyways, this is why my husband went to the lawyer, because these API numbers did
Yeah.
not match the wells.
And then what could they do about it? What can be done? What did the
He was
lawyer
fighting
do?
him. My husband died.
And then your husband died.
My husband died. They
I
were
know
in a
he
lawsuit.
died. And you're still. And what is the lawsuit? Are you still in the lawsuit?
You know, I haven't heard, but supposedly from what my son-in-law told me, because he's the executor and he doesn't like to involve me, even though I know more than he does regarding my husband
Yeah.
and, you know, what was going on in our lives. But Nolan says that it wasn't over and done with because my husband was actually on, what do you call when they serve you papers? He had that for 6 months before they could let him go back up on his own property to his.
No,
So-
he blocked him. He blocked
him from going
he
up
blocked
there.
access when Molotov got the old shotgun.
Well, no, he didn't. He never had. What he did was
He didn't throw anything,
He
but
had
he-
a bottle of water, and
he
before I
blocked-
left the house, I made a sign for him, which is still on my computer. I made a sign for him, you know, that told him that the gate, and he gave Cabot 3 days notice before we posted that sign up there, that he was going to close the road to the quarries because they were, you know, messing with him. So he rode on his little old tractor. He used to have a front loader over here, an old one, and he took that thing and he rode it up there. Lord, and he had his water bottle that he would keep, and he took some rice at them, and he had his can of
That's
gas
what I told him, it was
because he
Molotov
used it.
cocktail.
He used. That's what. And but anyway, it was really funny. I said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "I'm just going to scare him." But he had the stuff, so he put all his stone in front of the road and he blocked it. Well, you still could have access to get up there, you know, if you were smart. But I guess they weren't. Country guys, but anyway, if you had another road that went around, you know, that went right back to wherever they needed to go.
Just blocking the one that.
But he was just blocking the main road, you know, that Cabot did there. So, but Ken was a very smart businessman. I'm telling you, he never let anybody cross him.
Right.
He never let anybody cross him, except for me. I was probably the only one who got away with Bloody Mary with him. But
Oh yeah, they turn around.
here's the pictures that they had.
Now,
what-
that little stunt there.
That's all the frack water. Here, get in the
In the
light.
light,
here.
yeah,
You
we
can
need some
see.
light, yeah.
Oh, well, they took.
Oh yeah, see.
Oh, is this the frack pit? These are the frack
Yeah,
pits. Yeah, I've
here's
seen
how it
those.
looked.
Those are buried up there, Emma.
Those are buried on each side.
This
Yeah.
one is buried. Yes.
Yeah.
They're buried. I
With
know.
all
I've seen
crap-
that
with
at
all
the other
that crap
sites.
in it.
With all the crap in it, they
Yeah.
didn't drain it.
No.
No. And then
Some
they
of
tried
them-
to.
now
Then they
they're
tried to spill
draining.
dirt. They tried to fill it up with dirt, and I caught him and I stopped him.
Huh.
And I took these pictures and I said they are not going to do that.
Well, they did it anyway. So.
And then they did it when I was at work. One day they came up here and God knows who comes up here when I'm not here.
When you're not here, of
Because
course.
everything gets stolen.
Does-
Even Nolan even took the chair that I had sitting here that I had made for his father. See that little red and white chair behind my bench
Yeah.
there? I had a matching one that I had for my husband, and he stole off my front porch.
Oh, boy. And you can see the wells. Let's see the wells.
Oh yeah.
Wellhead's right there
Oh,
from
yeah.
the house.
So Kay brings the car down, drops it off at my place, okay? Him and Emma take off, Billy come over and gets him to go to the airport. Well, the next day, I got the federal marshal sitting there with warrants and stuff for
Yeah,
Kay.
because I went to Florida.
So they took off to Florida after he pulled this little stunt, okay? And so I had the car down at the house. I get this federal marshal coming up there, and he's walking up the door. So I came out of the door. I said, "Where do you think you're going?" He goes, "Well, I'm going up there to get a hold of Ken Healy." I said, "You take one more step up that walkway, you're not going to like what's going to happen." I had the gun right like that, already pulled out. I said, now you turn around and get the fuck off my property. I know Ken Neely's in that house, and I'm going up. I said, I'm telling you right now, Ken Neely is not here. You are trespassing. One more step, and I'm going to drop you right where you're standing. You can carry that here in a body bag. I don't give a shit who you are. I've already told you, Ken Neely is not here.
Yeah.
They
But
turn
this
around.
place has not
They turn around and left.
changed at all. It's
They
been the
were,
same.
they were looking for
result.
Kenny and them, but like you would not.
Since he was a
believe.
child, huh?
And I kept moving that car. I kept moving her car around. It drove them nuts for a week.
Now, how far do you think that well site is from your house?
Probably about 600-700 feet.
Yeah, it's about 2
And then
feet
where's your
from the
water well? Do you have a water well?
Our
No.
well? No, we don't have a well.
it's
We
a-
have spring water, but it's over here on this.
which is
It's over
over
Oh,
here.
a
here.
spring
Over here on
in
the
the
back
side,
over
on
here.
the back side of the property,
Yeah.
up there in that direction.
Over here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Outside. Yeah, it's
Outside.
outside.
Which is basically behind this well here
Yeah,
and downstream from the two previous wells up above.
yeah.
So everything from there flows this direction. So the
Well,
spring is here.
it comes down this way. The
Now,
water comes
and
down
did you
this
have
way.
trouble with your water? Did your water change?
No.
or- No, your water's okay.
Not yet.
And it's been
Well, I have spring water, so ours is totally different. I mean, I only drink the water one time out of 8 years I live here.
so you don't drink it.
I don't drink. I never did.
And
No, when
why?
she needs water, she comes out and gets it
Because-
from me.
because
Are you a little not sure?
no, because
about-
I don't like the way it tastes.
Oh, you don't like the way it tastes?
I can taste the sulfur in it.
Oh, you could taste stuff. Oh, yeah, I have that in my house where I am in
little bit
Laurel,
of
Laurel
sulfur.
Lake.
And I'm a city
you-
girl, so
Yeah, it was from the city also. What city? Oh, you're from Montana City or a different city?
well, I was in Montana. I lived in. Let's see. I left home when I was 18. I lived in Denver for 18 years. I
Oh,
lived in
okay.
Florida for 19 years, and I've been here for 8.
Oh, okay.
I lived in New
would I be
Hampshire
able
one
to
year.
drink and taste your water? Is your water still flowing? Do you use it? Can I drink
Yeah, I
it?
use it. I take a bath in it every day.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
had any rashes or anything like
No
that.
rashes?
Yeah.
Here, let me get.
Yeah, let me try it. I want to try it because see how it compares to my water where I am, you know?
Oh no, I just don't like the way it tastes.
Yeah, sometimes. You know what I do? I use Brita. the sulfur
yeah,
out.
but I just don't do it here.
Let's see how it looks, yeah.
Go ahead, help yourself. But to me, I mean, you know, I've never really had any trouble with it at all. But it's clear,
Yeah, clear. See how...
and it doesn't have a smell to it or anything
Yeah,
like
no
that.
smell. I didn't smell any sulfur at this
Yeah,
point.
but I think it's been
It
pretty
does
good.
come and go, you know, the sulfur comes and goes, and with ours too, it depends, changes.
Yeah, but that's just
Tastes
plain
fine.
old- Yeah, I mean, just plain old spring water. But I just didn't like the way it tastes. If you make it cold, I'm sure it probably tastes really good. But I usually buy water from.
I don't
Price
like,
Tupper,
no,
too.
I'm good, I like warm water temperatures, but I don't like warm. It's nice.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
but how's it taste to you? I mean, it's all right. I mean, I take a bath in it and everything.
No, it's
so-
fine, yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
pick up any sulfur, because I can pick up usually, I'm used to it.
Yeah, but mine's been pretty good.
Yeah.
And they haven't, you know, I mean, Cabot hasn't given
Have they
me
ever,
anything.
have
No.
they ever tested your spring?
Oh yeah, they come. They have to. They did that.
A few times? Have they tested it a
Yeah,
few times?
they did it two times.
Have you been notified by that Moody?
Moody is the testing company, isn't it?
There's a new one for Cabot.
Yeah, new one.
Yeah, they called me they turned and said, we're the new subcontractor for Cabot, and we're going to turn around and come in and we're going to inspect your house and test your water. I said, you stay the fuck off my property.
Right.
Oh wow!
Click!
I haven't heard from
And I
anybody.
picked
And
up
what
the phone,
about
I
from your
called my
test
lawyer
results? Did they
immediately.
pick up anything? Did they say anything
No,
was off?
mine were clear.
They were clear.
Yeah, mine were okay.
Well, see,
But
that-
I've never had any trouble with it, like I
Right,
said.
but
You
see,
know.
now, by law, Emma, all right, they have to retest all water supplies before they start fracking again.
Oh, that's right. They're going to have to test her
Oh yeah,
again.
they'll have to.
Within 24
Yeah,
Right, well,
yeah, they'll
Moody
have
is the
to.
outfit, and they're supposed to notify you of testing this, not him.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They will call me.
But you haven't been
Because I
called
live
yet?
here. I live here.
Yeah.
Scott doesn't live here. I owned a third of this property here.
Okay.
Like I
They,
told- I
those
told-
kids
I- I-
own all of it.
Like I told you.
Just like
Okay.
Bill, my brother-in-law, tries to, you know, oh, well, I have to ask Scott. I don't have to ask Scott shit. I live here.
That's
He
what I
doesn't.
told you, Mary. You're talking to Scott
Oh, yeah.
Bale. It's
And then
okay.
how
As
many
far as I'm
acres
concerned,
is your third?
Emma owns
What
the
would you-
mountain.
Doesn't matter. It's
I
kind
own
of-
a third of the 183,
Of
so
the
that's
total.
about 66.
66.
There's 183 acres
Altogether.
here, and the 4 kids own the 66 and 2/3, or 66 and 2/3.
But you own a part of all of it.
She owns a
I
third.
own 30. There's, like I said, 66 acres of it.
So she owns a
Belongs to me.
third.
I own a third of it.
Okay.
Well, that's
But
good.
is
though.
it separated out that third, or do you own
No, it
a
hasn't been
third
separated.
of all the? Yeah,
No,
it's,
And that
it's
hasn't been
tenant in
separated
common.
because
It's still in court, yeah.
Tenant in common,
It's,
just
it's
like
still in administration.
It's still
It's administration.
Still in court and everything else.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. You'll talk to Scott. Scott will try and tell you he owns this whole damn thing.
No, he does not.
All right, Scott.
I own
does-
more than him. I own
Scott
more than
does
his
own it.
sister, more than his other sister, more than his brother.
Bill doesn't own it or anything else. And as far as I'm concerned, anything goes on up here, I talk to Emma because as far
I
as
live here.
As
They
far as
don't.
I'm concerned, that's Kenny's
laws.
wife.
That's
okay?
right.
And I talk to Emma. Emma owns the place, as far as I'm concerned.
right.
You know, and there's nothing they can do. I don't care if they like me or not, because you know what? I'm not here for popularity.
She's already
contest.
called me 12 o'clock at night because there's people up here bugging her. And I've come up here, guns on.
I had just got home from Florida one night. This was in June.
Protect her, okay?
And who's bothering you? Who comes up here?
Well, Ken's brother, Uncle Bill, his brother,
The kid.
his grandson,
Oh.
comes up here drunk, and I had to chase him off because he was up here by the gas wells going up the road there. I said, "What are you doing up here?" "Well, I just come to meditate." I said, "Well, go home to your grandfather's 30 acres and you go meditate over there."
Right, there's plenty there.
If
Right?
anything
He's
happened to
come
him,
up-
I said,
he's-
"You know, we're liable, and I don't want you up here."
He's up here smoking his weed and drinking his drink.
Oh yeah,
He's on
I
probation.
better not catch him.
He's on probation, okay? He's not
Oh,
supposed to be
I've
drinking,
heard there
doing
was
drugs and
problems,
other
Oh
things.
yeah.
He's still smoking, he's still drinking.
But see, I pretend like I'm not home,
Yeah.
so they don't know what to think when you know.
Now, how's the
you don't know if
production
I'm
of
here.
these wells? How's the gas production? Is it still producing, or is it
Oh
going
yeah,
down,
they're,
way down?
Well, it goes down. I mean, from our initial, you
from
know,
the initial time?
our initial point of getting
Yeah.
royalties, you know, for the first year were excellent.
Right, the
And then,
first
of
year, and then it
course,
crashes,
and
right?
then they subside, you know, a lot. So, but I know since this lawsuit's been going on, I know that Cabot has turned down the wells.
They've turned it down?
Oh yeah,
I heard that from other people, too. They tell me they turn them down.
they do.
Yeah,
they,
they're
they
trying
do
to
turn them down. You know,
force
they be so then they can get you in the pocketbook. You know, I'm not their enemy. You know,
But they might
whatever
be-
happened up here
Yeah.
happened, and Cabot is responsible no matter what they say.
Well, they have
That's
a
how I
consent
feel.
order. They're responsible, right,
Yeah,
from the DEP.
That's right.
And now they have a consent order, or they're going to get one in Lenox. There's 4 homes that are contaminated. They're from a well, the
Oh, I
Stalter well.
can believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the latest one.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going
Which
to
is after
that,
you
with
guys.
Fracking, now they're going to refract these
But
wells,
see,
that's what
they
county's
didn't
doing.
want to give me anything in that lawsuit either. You know, they Cabot offered me $5,000 to keep it.
Oh,
By
okay.
the time we get the lawyer's fee and everything, I'd end up with maybe $1,000.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
ridiculous.
keep it. I don't need your damn money. I don't
Right.
need it.
So this way you don't
Mine's
have to
building
se-
up, you know, in the bank account from from Kansas State. So
Oh, okay.
I'm just sitting back.
So this
place
way
has
you
not
don't, you
changed
haven't
at all
signed,
since my husband was living. It's still
right,
exactly
the same place.
way.
So you haven't signed a non-disclosure then? You don't
No,
have
I
to
haven't
sign
signed
it?
nothing.
No.
No.
Why would
That's
you
good.
do that?
Now,
No.
this cabin is
Oh, no.
exactly the way it was when Kenny bought it. It
Yep.
hasn't changed.
So then how far
when
the,
he died.
how far have the royalties gone down, would you say, from the first year to like now?
How much have they gone down?
Yeah.
Oh, probably about 100,000.
They've lived here.
100,000 down for the year or
$100,000
per
for
month?
the year.
For the year. So you're
And then from the first time, in 4 months, 4 months when my husband was living, we made 176,000 in 4 months.
in 4 months in the first year. And now
the
it's
whole-
down.
And after he died,
It-
it just started decreasing, and you know, with Nolan in his mouth and everything. So
And
he's
what-
ruined a lot, saying, "Oh, he's the owner up here."
But what
No,
are you down
crap.
to now? If it was 176 for 4 months, what would you say you're down to now in a
Oh,
month?
I'd say probably about less than 100.
Less than $100 per month?
100,000.
100,000 a year.
for the year.
Oh, less than 100,000
That's
for the
about
year.
8 or 9,000 a month.
Oh yeah,
But it was, let's say, how much?
we're lucky to be even getting that.
So it's less than 100,000 a year for the
Oh yeah.
for the 66 acres
Stop paying
for
the
yours,
taxes on
or for the 183 acres.
He's got to pay the taxes. He's got no choice.
Oh, you have to pay taxes on that.
We pay the taxes
Oh, yeah.
every year. You better believe
And
it.
that's what federal
that's
tax-
at least 100,000 a year.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But when you
Big
say it's down to 100, less than 100,000 for the year, is that for
Royalty
the
checks.
right? The royalty is that for the whole 183 acres?
That's for everything. Yeah, because
For the
nothing
whole
is
thing?
settled yet. Yeah, nothing.
oh, for the
settled
whole 183 acres. So what does that come out
yet.
to
For all
per
the
acre?
wells. For all the wells.
Yeah, for all the wells. And you have how many wells that are producing on this
Actually,
108?
those
Three,
two,
four.
three. There's
Four.
actually 4.
Better
There
produce.
were 5,
Yeah.
but the 2 on the top have been coming and going. But the one is producing a little bit, not much. But there's 4.
Four
that are-
four
They're
producing
getting ready to
wells.
frack- They're getting ready to frack both of those wells up on top.
But I haven't seen or hired or hair anybody.
Now, somebody up there right now.
So, well, that's probably the guys working at it, but I haven't seen
Well, I said-
anybody.
that
Of
was-
course, I've been working too. I came
Oh, I
home at
know, I
noon
know.
today. I came home today at noon. I said, you know, I'm not going to sit in my office all day because there's nothing here for me to do. I can do my stuff at home.
Right.
So you came
So
home at a good
I
time.
came home at noon. I ate lunch and I was going to go back. And I thought, no, I'm just going to stay here. So I have to meet my state director, my
Yeah.
manager on Thursday. So I thought, you know, I'll just go ahead and take my time off.
You knew I was coming, Emma.
Did you know he was coming?
No, actually, I saw you guys down there when I was coming home.
Oh.
I
Oh,
saw
down
you, I
where?
saw you two standing outside.
Oh,
there.
staying outside his house. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And that was probably, well, it was probably close to 12:30.
Yeah, we came about
Close to
that time.
12:30,
That's
yeah.
when we came about. And we looked at a few
So-
sites. Now, is your royalty rate, is it like 12.5% like the old rate?
They were supposed to give us 15.
Uh-huh. But
And that was in verbal.
Verbal.
In writing to Ken from Cabot.
uh-huh. But what are you
Well,
actually?
when you look at the check, I mean,
Do they
I like to do math, okay?
Yeah.
And you could take one look at those checks and know they're not even paying you the 12.5%.
So it's even less. But is there production costs?
I told-
Can you read it? Because some people are telling me they get production costs taken out. So did you look on the stub and see if there's production costs
You
taken out?
know, I can look real
Yeah,
fast.
see if you have a stub.
I'll tell you. Let's see where my key is. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because we can see if there's.
I would love to tell you. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I don't try to get.
So they're putting
Is that all?
pressure on her.
Oh, want me to take off now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been talking to farmers also in Springville, and they told me they're taking out 26% production, and they're getting only $30 an acre, and they're on the 12.
Owner's deduction.
Oh, let's see, what do we got there? Owner's deduction.
All right.
That's what they took out from the gas company. There's Cabot. Oh, it's Cabot Oil and Gas.
Yeah.
And what year is this one? What's the month on this date? And
This was actually in February.
oh, this is a recent. This is this year. February
See?
check.
I keep track of how much money we've gotten.
Oh, that's good.
It went from $375,000 the first year. Last year was $63,000.
Wow.
So what does that tell you?
Well, it's three. It has a big drop. So how much of it?
5 times less.
5 times less.
Oh yeah, big time.
And see how much they're taking out. Look at the production thing. See if I can get that on
Oh
there.
yeah, see,
It shows
114.
114.
Point 11446505
What does that mean? 0.114
out of the total volume over here.
out of the total volume.
Oh yeah,
Let's see. Volume is there, and then where's what deduction? I don't know what that means, and why is it 0.114?
It's a calculation, but
Some kind of
it's
calculation.
their calculations of what they're
But then
doing.
here is the value, net value. Let's see. We got that.
Yeah, see the total volume. This is our amount over here. This is how much it's making over here.
Oh, okay.
This is how much Cabot is making.
How much they're making.
Oh yeah, they're making buka bucks.
And then they're taking out stuff. We
Oh
have to see
yeah.
what the percentage is when if you figure it out, you know. And
That's
what-
definitely not 12.5% that we're getting.
So you're getting less than 12.5%.
Hell yeah!
Because when they take all that, so you're taking all that
That's
out.
my girl.
Oh yeah.
Sick 'em.
And then
they
this
think
is
we're
this is
stupid.
the actual check for that February. So it's only 3,006 for 183 acres,
Yeah,
and that's
There you
4
go.
wells.
yeah.
So what
Yeah,
would that come
1,
out to?
2,
Like hardly
3,
anything
4.
per acre.
Well, this one here, Cabot claimed on their site, this is the most
See,
highest
this
paying well
six-
site.
six- $6H.
$6 a well average.
6H is made $51,105.56, and out of that we got $517.02. Now what does that tell you? That looks at least like 10%, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe even less.
But this is how much it made. What for the month?
This is how much. Yeah, for each month.
For each month, right?
It fluctuates. Yeah.
It fluctuates and changes, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, that's way
That's a
down.
lot of money. Ratzels are making more. $1,203,369,000.
That's how much they made for the month. Because they're a high producing well, right? I heard, rats.
Yeah, they're all high producing
But this one's gone down.
compared
For
to
some
when my
reason.
husband was living. Oh yeah, look at these checks when my husband was living.
So for the month, 24,000.
That was only in December.
Oh,
yeah,
what year? What year is that one?
09 when my husband died. That's when we got our first started getting our first royalty checks.
Oh, 09. Okay.
Here's Ken up there on the top
Ah,
when they put in number 1. There it is right there.
ah.
And was he?
See, I everything that I kept, all the articles. Scott has my file.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that Ken has ever done
Yeah.
since I came into his life is in the file at Nolan's house.
But you have it also.
No,
You
no,
don't?
It's
Oh.
down there.
no.
Oh,
It's
it's down
at
at Scott's.
Nolan's house.
Oh, at Nolan's. Okay.
Yes.
And why is it there as opposed to here?
Well, he's the executor, so he had to go through all the records. Well,
Huh.
I could go into detail, but that's very personal.
Right.
So, I just as soon not say too much, about my son-in-law because,
Right.
he
You don't.
he could be.
You don't want more problems.
This is the check after Ken died. This is for 2 months.
For 2 months.
$77,000.
Right.
2 months after he died.
And I wonder if they took out production costs out of that. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Oh, excuse me 1 minute here.
And put in the
See,
storage somewhere so they don't have to
just
pay it.
on number 2 up there by the cabin,
2 by the cabin, yeah.
the number 2 by cabin.
Where the deer was.
That produced $125,313.25 in 1 month.
For who though? For Cabot or for everybody?
That's how much. That's
what
how much.
Cabot made.
That's how much money that Cabot made on the deal. Out of that, we only got 14,000.
Oh God.
A little over 14,000.
10% would have been 12.5. So
Yeah, so we're not getting the
10%.
12.5%, and I don't care what they say.
The screw with the money, I've been saying this right from the get-go.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've been telling that to
giant
Scott, but
scheme.
when I talk to him, it goes in one ear and out the other because he wants to do things his way. And if he would have consulted with me, I could have told him a hell of a lot more.
Right.
And then he conducts these interviews with all these people, and he makes it look like he's the one who made all the decisions for his father, which is bull.
Right.
That's why I wanted.
He is total,
that's why I wanted
full
you
of
two
total
to meet
bullshit.
Emma Jean.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted.
So what is this?
Yes.
This is a tank farm right on Button Road. This is the other Button Road. Did they maintain this road? This looks like
No.
it's been maintained,
He
no?
maintains it here.
Who maintains it?
This is Somerset Water.
Oh, Somerset. Oh yeah, I know Somerset. Tunkhannock.
Yeah, this is Larry.
Larry's stuff. Oh. So what does he do here? Store water or just store
Yeah,
tankers?
well, all the water gets stored here, and that creek bed runs right in behind him.
Oh. And he's got a storage shed. So does he have permits for all this? We gotta find out if he has
Well.
permits.
See all the smaller chemical frac tanks all the way in back?
And yeah, the plastic white stuff. That's the chemicals, right? Mm-hmm. The frac chemicals are in there. Ah.
Some form of solid tank there with the rails around
Yeah.
it or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure
wow.
is.
So this is owned by what, Larry? Or he leases it?
I don't know if he leases it or what he does.
Yeah, I wonder who's the owner in this. It's all fenced. Got several buildings. Can we pick up any odors here when you stand outside? I wonder if you pick up anything. Picking up something.
That surprised me.
But where's the people? There's nobody here. They're already gone for the day. Oh, I see one guy coming out of that building.
They're in there. They're just hiding.
Do you ever go in here and ask questions? They got the railroad ties here too. The ties for
There was something down there.
yeah.
And they got some jackass living in this one here now. They keep guard down there all the time. So he loaded off there. He works for Larry.
He works for Larry.
There's his dog.
Oh, hi, dog. He looks a little shocked. And look at this building. That's where he lives.
Well, he lives in that one right there. But I mean, no, this was all the office. This used to be a trust company.
Oh, trust.
Trust, T-R-U-S-S? or
Yeah,
Trust?
trust. Yeah,
Yeah, trusts.
Right. And then bankrupt.
Oh,
So it's been sitting out here empty for years. It's actually for sale.
it is. Oh.
So then next thing you know, Larry's in it.
Is there anything further up here?
No.
I can turn off.
I'm gonna turn around. Just come right here and turn around.
In front of me, and let's see. I'm doing. We're on. What road is this? What do they call this road? I always call it, but there's a bunch of fracking trucks we're behind that just passed us. This road goes into Springville.
Yep.
I call it the Springville Road, but they have another name for it. I forgot the name. Look at them. Wow, one after another.
You know, thank God we're not going to be behind them.
You're not going to be behind me. You're going to take what, Phillips?
Yeah, we'll go up.
Wow. I wonder where they came from. Where did they come from? What site?
Wildlife knows where they're going to go to.
And where are they going to, yeah.
Really
They're turning up there. They're turning up there. Looks like.
No, they're not.
They're not?
That's the way the road turns.
Oh, it turns that way, yeah. Then we got the calves here, the veal calves. Wow, strong smell. Cows and little goat. Look how cute, little baby goat. Cows and stuff.
Whose is this? Teal's?
Is this teal or teal?
That's teal's over there.
I know that's but is this another teal? No. Do you know who this one from?
Yeah, that's another teal.
Yeah.
It's Cleo's brother.
The brother.
He's dead now. Kind of oversees it.
Now here, there's a site here. I know
Right.
this one. There's a site
Now
here.
they're drilling this right behind the dairy farm here with the milk and all the cows and stuff and everything else.
Right, they're drilling all that.
Now see all that shit they got over here? The back sites over here now?
Ah,
See the water trucks? See?
yeah, yeah.
See, the problem is, you need to come in the sites after they've been, and
Yeah.
after they're gone, because everybody's paying attention where they're drilling, not what they're fucking doing on sites afterwards.
Look at
those
this.
plates,
What's all those plates there?
They're gonna those building a wall or something?
Yeah.
That's a wall. That's a round structure wall.
Huh.
But see, they got water truck in there.
Oh yeah, they got water truck in there. I see a. Oh, there's a site right next to it. I
Right.
see a brine tank.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you need to pay attention to what's going on in the sites after they've left the area.
Yeah.
And now they're like up in Montrose, drilling up there and everything else. So everybody's worried about where they're drilling now. Oh, I bet you I know where they're going.
Where?
Oh, I bet you I know where that fracking shit's going.
Where?
Right over here in Springville.
In Springville, maybe. Look at that pond there. There's a pond there. Drainage.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's a drainage maybe for sediment.
Whatever that was, a freshwater pond. Yeah, and you got dairy cows farms here. They milk these cows and everything else.
Right.
Gee, you want to drink this milk?
Not really. I heard about problems with the
Well.
water and the milk and the rashes. I don't want to drink it.
Well, the other problem is too.
This is Phillips Road and Teal
Teal
Road. We're just coming to that corner.
Oh, so we'll go here, quick right, and then onto your property, right?
No, not mine. No.
You'll be going to 29? Are you going
we
to
get
29?
here, there's that sharp turn,
Yeah.
and then we'll be on
We should
your
be right.
hard road.
Yeah, we should be.
Where are we at now?
Springville.
Springville.
Corner of Springville, 29. I know people living up there, so I go visit, and then we go on the sites.
Which way are they going?
Let's see where they're going to go.
At least he's staying off your ass, right?
Oh, he's making a right.
They're going up.
Wow, I would have thought left.
Yeah.
What's he carrying there, man?
Let's see where they're going. Yeah, be
All
interesting.
fracking shit, right?
Yep, all
No
fracking.
trucks.
It's all Halliburton.
Well, see, they just drilled the well right down here. They just got done drilling this well down
yeah,
here.
they just finished on the well up
These are
there.
the motor units for the
These are the
drilling?
pumps.
The pumps.
No,
Pumps?
these are the fracking pumps.
The
That's what I
pumps.
mean.
Yeah.
The pumps that they're bringing
Yeah.
a whole line of them.
Oh yeah, you'll have anywhere from 10 to 12 motors.
Right.
On the frac site, right?
See the size of the exhaust stacks on them things?
Yep.
Let me tell you what, when you're on a frac site and then we start to frack
This is
and
Springville
we wind
Corners,
these motors up, get ready to
Route
frack,
29.
the fucking dark plume.
They're all diesel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so lots of diesel fumes on the frac sites, yeah. And then I've been seeing the silica dust, a lot of this
Oh, yeah.
sand dust above the
Right
sites.
outside down here by the Cloud Rack building, Craig. The road veers off from the right, go up that way there,
Right.
and right on top there, they just done doing a well there.
Right.
So this shit, is going to end up there one of these rounds.
Oh, this is 29 here?
29,
Oh,
yeah.
got it. Okay. Now I know where we're at. Mechanics that way. Montrose. Demix 4.
And we got, in the mirror here, you can see the other frac trucks behind us. We're in the between a whole set of frac trucks. That's kind of...
Problem is, they got to use this whole
Interesting.
damn intersection to make this turn. They just put these
Yeah, because
blinking
that's
lights in here
huge.
because these assholes are so stupid. They
Well,
just
those
probably-
lights are new, right?
Yeah, they just put them in.
Huh.
Yeah, it had to be done by the gas company because they're too stupid to realize it's a four-way intersection. See what they've done to the building here? They've hit this building so many times they ripped the roof off the building.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yep.
I see it, yeah.
Bam.
All right, they're going up towards Montrose.
Oh, great.
That's
Now
interesting.
watch how they come out of here.
Oh yeah, they're coming out. They're coming in the same
Look at
direction.
that.
Take the whole road up going across.
Look where's that?
Well, because they knocked the roof off that building. Or the overhang off. Rogan Law. A school bus or what?
Yeah, looks like it. Yes,
Yeah.
little school bus for the kids. So we're heading back to your place then?
Yeah.
Because then I'm going to go home. I got to get ready for tonight.
There's more to show you, but we spent so long doing it.
Yeah. We'll have to come back for part 2.
Yep. Yeah, usually my tour is a 2 to 3 days to hit everything.
Oh yeah?
It's like Disneyland. From hell.
Oh, yeah, right.
You got a well right up here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there's a well right here behind the church.
Behind the church?
Right behind the church here on the right hand side, right by the lake.
Oh, can you go up there? Is that a road that can lead to it?
Yep.
Oh, I got to check it out next time.
So you think you know where everything is around here, but you don't.
Well, I know some of it. Yeah.
Right.
Not all of it. Yeah. There's too much. There's too much to know all of it. You got so much here.
But the problem is, what everybody doesn't realize is they're worried about where they are at now. Oh, they're drilling there. We got to pay attention there. No, you better not pay attention to what's there. You better go back where they've been and see what's going on.
So what is going on?
They'll make tank farms out of it
Yeah.
and everything else. So yeah, I mean, you never know what they're gonna do. They'll come in and put evaporation ponds in.
Yeah. So you think is there any evaporation ponds right now?
Oh yeah, I had Jules up on the one right outside of Montrose.
Yeah. You can see more pipelines here.
Yep.
All the open
There's a well
swatches.
pad up there.
And there's a well pad up there.
Yep.
We're passing now the Lathrop Farm
Yep.
and the Lathrop Compressor Station, our biggest compressor station.
See how pretty they made it now?
Yeah, they fixed it up. After the explosion and fire and leak in March, they fixed it up, and they added more
The stone on the
vents.
side of the...
We got giant compressor station, 7 compressors up there, and there's homes all behind that.
And
That's where
so-
they're complaining about noise.
And then suddenly they started doing this here. I don't know why.
What are they doing here? Huh?
It's
a drain or
Oh,
something.
drainage of some kind, yeah. What is that? It's strange. And people are complaining about noise behind this compressor station. They can't sleep. They have to shut windows.
Have you ever gone to the top side of this tank farm?
Yeah, I've gone in it actually. I drove in it.
Alright.
What do they do there with the water? I wonder. There's a tank farm coming up on the left.
We got 3 or 4 wells down that road.
Yeah, they got wells all over here. Well, you're saturated. Well, not fully saturated, but you're pretty heavy here. This is Springville, Dimmock area. It's one well after another. Here's a tank farm. And wonder what they do with the water there. How they deal with it. Whatever they don't use anymore is their water.
They just keep moving it around.
They move it around. And look at this. They're refracking up there. Look at all the tanks. That's where they're going probably. Maybe they're going to the Grimsley farm. Site.
Let's see, they'll tank these sites and they'll reclaim it and make tank farms out of them or do
Well,
whatever.
this one they're refracking from the looks of it. This is an older site that's about 4 years old. The Grimsley site. We got one site after another we're passing here on 29 North going towards. Go slow as you go past the Grimsley farm.
I can't look all them trucks coming up
Yeah,
behind
but
us.
they're pretty far behind us. See if you can go slow. I want to take this site. Wow, look at this. This is full here. But they're not going in there.
No.
But they got a bunch of tanks there. Look, they painted all of his brine tanks and his separators. He lives right next door.
Mr. Pro Gas, you can go slower here. He's got all his
Who is
signs. Mr. Grimsley.
Oh, Grimsley.
Yeah, he has all his signs. He's Pro Gas.
Where does he live?
Right there. He lives right there. Yeah.
Somebody took his.
Oh, look at this. Where are they going? Yeah, this
They
is
said somebody stole his
his
mannequin.
mannequin. Really?
What's the mannequin of?
Oh, I didn't know. Of a man, just says drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, and they used to hold the Dimick Pride sign.
That
Yeah, yes.
pipeline come down the.
Yeah, this is all pipeline coming
Yeah,
up
that's the
here.
pipeline.
Pipeline up here. All new pipeline. See, that's all new fresh gas. That's all new. And then you got a site right there. Another site right there to the right of it. So we're going north and the frac trucks are slowing traffic. You got a truck behind us.
Hey, we're doing 15 miles an hour. Look at them all.
15 miles an
Look at them
hour?
all.
Yeah, look at them all. Wow. And then we got a whole group behind us.
Yeah, it's not counting what's behind us yet, Vera.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch behind us. And this all pipeline here. See, all this is digging up. Go slow here. All digging up pipeline.
You got like 9 or 10 of them in a row here.
Yeah, 9 or 10 of them.
That's
several.
about how many go on a pad usually? About 10?
Yeah. 10 to 12
What does that mean? 10 to 12 what?
motors.
Oh, on the pad, yeah.
Those big red.
And then the one of the trucks should be a valve truck.
This was one of the Dimick signs that got chopped down?
Yeah. They found those signs.
Dimmick.
They found them in a house up in Montrose.
Really?
Yeah, garage. The
Wow.
parents found them.
There's tricks. We got still the red.
Young kids stole them.
Oh, red
Yeah,
Halliburton.
but I and the Suttoners were blamed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blamed Dimmick people.
Dimick litigants.
Yeah, with the bad
Now, see, here
water.
they are working the pipeline right here.
Oh, pipeline here. Look at this old pipeline.
Well, they're working on here right now.
Let's see, slow down here. Look at this. It's all being dug up pipeline, going all through the countryside, one after another. Both sides of the road. Wow, that procession.
I'm really curious where they're going.
Yeah, let's find out.
I'm going to. Now, see, here they are coming out of the tank farm here.
Here's a tank farm.
All right,
But this is the treatment plant, I heard.
Whoop. Old
School bus. Right here, there's a school bus. There's kids in this section. Well,
Yeah, they live right here in this house.
Wow, they live right next to the treatment plant.
Yeah.
Partial treatment plant that Cabot has. Look at the kid.
And of course, you see, it says residual waste on the truck.
Yeah,
It's all residual going in there.
there's a truck. Cabot site.
What are they putting, fresh water in the residual waste truck?
I don't know. They put treated water. It looks like. I don't know.
Yeah, that's-
they empty out the frac
Yeah,
water
yeah, up
in
there.
there, and they partially treat it. That's
So-
Chemco company.
Having all well drilled in a machine shop.
And now, Sullivan works up there.
Which one's Sullivan? Who's he?
Lauren Sullivan.
Oh, Salzman. He works up there.
He works for Kevin now.
He doesn't work anymore
Now
on
he got
706.
fired. Now he got fired.
Really? So he works at Chemco, the plant? This is the Dimmick Four Corners here. We're going through. Little Dimmick, they have little four corners. There goes the frackers, man. They're still going north.
No, it looks like they're turning.
No, they're just flashing. I don't know.
I'm really curious where the hell they're going.
Yeah.
I figure they've been doing something right here in Dimmick.
But we're getting towards South Montrose, maybe. Let's see, over there they go. Dimmick, yeah.
You're going all the rest behind us.
Yep. There's some signs here, Dimmick Proud signs. And we're coming up to Dimmick headquarters for Cabot. On the left there, all those buildings. Cabot doesn't even put a sign out. They used to have a sign. Look at
It's
this.
on the side of the building.
It is? Let's
Yeah, if
see.
you look back on the side of the building, it says it right on the building.
On the front of the building, but
Yeah.
they used to have a road sign.
Yeah, they used to say Cabot Oil and Gas on the side of the building.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
Stick it all down.
No, those trucks are in the way.
Oh, okay.
But they used to be right on the road, too.
Who owns this?
Now this is
barn?
Woodburn. This is
Woodburn.
owned by, the lady up there. I forgot
Yeah.
her name now, but it's a Woodburn Preserve coming up.
And still some of the property's owned by the original owners of this. That goes up that driveway. I forgot her name now, but I went to visit her. And there you go, Woodburn Preserve.
Wildlife Preserve.
And the naturalist lives here.
That's Jerry.
Jerry, yeah, Jerry.
In that house?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I met him, yeah.
Jerry Skinner.
Yes. Oh, now we're in South Montrose. They're still hugging the road. What's this? Somebody put some furniture out.
Yeah, that's for garbage.
A chair. Broken down chair.
Collapsed. You don't want the bed bugs anyway.
Nah.
Where in the? You might be going too far for us, man.
Well, we're going. Where are we going? We gotta go. Oh, we gotta go back to your
Back
house.
to his house.
We gotta go back to my house.
Oh, I know. So we're trying to figure. We know where could they be going? Fracking. Trying to think what recently got drilled.
I figured they'd be going to the one down there.
No, so maybe they're going to go up where we are, Craig, up north part of the county.
Rodney Ryan.
Huh.
You know what's cool?
Polls aren't looking good for Mr. Obama there.
You know what's cool?
They aren't looking good, yeah.
That's a cool
Oh,
flashlight.
he's in.
Right.
I know. I guess not.
No,
huh?
he's
That's a cool flashlight right there.
he's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
Does it plug in to charge into the cigarette lighter?
Yeah.
And then how do you? Oh, you just turn it.
This fucking thing's bright
Just
too.
turn it on. Huh?
It's a bright one too.
Well, let's see. We're going all the way up there. All the way up there.
That's a great flashlight to have in a vehicle.
It is, yeah.
Which road comes down here? Carter Road? Which one?
Baker.
Oh, Baker Road does. That's the
Yeah.
one Craig and Julie used to live off of before
Yeah.
they moved to the Carter Road.
Well, I got no clue where the hell they're going.
Yeah, I don't either, yeah.
No, we're going to be following them for
Forever, yeah. We might as well head back, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna go down here and jump off. See, they put that pipeline right there.
Oh, yeah, there's a pipeline here.
It's like 20 foot off the side of that White House up there.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, they got up where the hell they're going.
Yeah, they're going far. They're going to go right through Montrose.
Yep. Well, we have more time, we'd follow them.
Yeah, if we had more time, but I got to get back home. This is Parish on the left that delivers water to homes that are polluted by methane migration.
And all those sheds are for the systems.
Having trouble with that word. Uh-oh, now what? They're slowing down.
Yeah, I can't make it up the hill.
Okay, we're going on this road, Davis.
Well, we're turning around. We're heading back down to my place.
Go back to your place, yeah.
It's just easier to do it this way than try to fight through.
And I'm going to tape. This is a house. We got pipeline going right next to his house. And then this house, as you further go up, let's show a little bit more, go slow. How close the pipeline can be to homes. I don't know if we have a limit. A setback. Look at this. All this, they're digging out. And it's next to this guy's house, pretty close too.
He's closer on the other side here. The
Yeah.
garage is
Look at this. Power lines. Yeah, they like their flags. The little flags shows you. So this is close to this guy's house too. Got a few homes here, and you see the berms right here. You know, the plastic sediment control they try and do. What's his name? Let's see. Beamer, something like that. Wonder how they feel about it. Have to ask them at some point.